everybody. I've noticed the fatter you get, the smaller your shirts get, but it kind of makes you look good. There's definitely a thing. It's almost like when you're drinking and shooting darts. Like, you get better and better and better, and then it just falls off. You get really good. I'm drinking. I'm fucking doing well. I suck. I can't win another game. It's the same thing. You get a little bigger, and then, I'm a fat fuck.
Sure.
I'm trying to worry. I had my trainer come over today and, did that whole thing for what it's worth. What the fuck am I doing? I'm just hoping to stay the disaster I am now. Just kind of status quo, the whole thing. Gentlemen.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
What's up?
Of course, it's Nick and Stavros.
That's right.
Stavros. You guys, what is this? Cumtown.
That's right.
Yeah, that's our show.
Cumtown.
Yeah. Well, there's two of us and
Yeah.
one of you, so this is sort of like an honorary Cumtown show.
Honorary Cumtown. You outnumber me.
Yeah. So
Right.
Definitely outnumber
it's
me.
basically our show,
Yeah.
and you're the guest.
I'm a guest on your show.
Welcome
Yeah.
to Cumtown.
It is. It is all about the numbers.
Right.
Yeah. So what's what
Metrics.
What do you cover on Cumtown?
The same shit as every other podcast.
Every other
Yeah,
podcast. Exactly.
I guess we can't bring up. We don't do these papers. We don't.
We don't prepare anything.
every article that came out today.
No. You know what? I never use them.
Yeah.
Every day, young Garrett, he's like fucking 40 an hour or something. Young Garrett, he was my intern back at NEW years ago. And now, look, he's done so well that he's right back here.
He's in a room where no one can hear him.
He's fantastic. But, we print out everything just if I got to read through a story or anything. But I barely ever get to it. Usually it's very just conversational.
Sure.
Don't be frightened by the papers.
Thank God.
Yeah. I saw,
We've done no research.
Yeah.
Get nervous. Don't
I
be
don't.
nervous.
I don't pay attention to stuff, so I mean,
You don't, right?
I know maybe one of these.
One of these stories?
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, either, Navy ship named after the gay rights activist Harvey Milk.
About time.
And you hear about sure, yeah, the milk boat.
So of course everybody was making on Twitter, everybody was making Rear Admiral jokes. The poop deck came up a few times.
Sure.
It was one of the, just kind of a story like that. Or diversity stories, a lot of race things. This poor bastard, Skip Bayless, he left ESPN because ESPN's a bunch of shitheads over there. They won't let him say anything. Like, doesn't want to drop N-bombs or anything, but he just wants to talk and not have to worry that he's going to get
soft
fired.
soft A N-bombs.
Right, soft A-N-bombs.
Skip was the one that accused Troy Aikman of being gay with no research whatsoever. He just wrote it in a book.
That's all you have to do.
Yeah, and it was like,
I don't think really backing up anything these days matters. You just say it, and it's
Or you publish it in the book. Go ahead.
All right. He went a little further than just saying it. He did. He went a little further. And then this I liked is the governor, New York governor, bars sex offenders from playing Pokemon Go because I guess, and only sex offenders would think like this, that they're like, oh, kids are doing that. Where can I go? So you download the game and just go to some Pokestops and fucking try to find some young
They're
children.
a wily bunch.
They are a wily bunch. Everyone's on to them. It's not like they're hiding. Like, there's dots on maps of houses where they live.
right.
They have to report that they're this way. All the neighbors know and everything. Yet they just can't stop.
I like that they're basically Pokemon.
They are.
A molestation type.
Find them.
They are, and you go out and just fucking try to catch them, I guess.
But that's the thing. It's all adults playing that. I don't see any children walking around
I
playing
don't
that
think
game.
kids even fucking give a shit about
It's
that.
30-year-olds that forget
Yeah.
that it's not 1997.
Douchebags with backpacks all over the place, just walking around New York City. There was pandemonium in Central Park. I guess a rare one was spotted, and there's a video of people just running across Central Park West or something, and I laugh when they get hit by cars or fall off of cliffs or something. Some kid fell off a cliff. I don't know what it is.
That's
Were you
incredible.
Pokemon hunting in the desert? Of course, we have two gentlemen, Cumtown, and your Instagram.
That's right.
Stavros.
Stavy, baby.
Your Instagram, got to bring that up. It's very, people love it.
Yeah, it's my
You have no shame or
whatsoever.
you just love being naked.
I do. I think it's about time that men got their piece of the body acceptance movement. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
I want to.
You're right, because kind of these girls, no matter what they look like,
Right.
they can post pictures of themselves, and everyone goes, "You're just so brave."
Well, not
It's
everyone.
courageous.
It's not everyone says that.
No,
Yeah,
not everyone. Some people say, "Hey, you're a fat slob."
Majority
Right.
of
The majority of guys say that. You're right. I was trying to. I'm being brainwashed by the left.
Yeah, everyone's
Still
a fat
pretty
babe.
shitty world if you're like a
It
big
is
fat woman on the internet.
a lot of bullies out there still.
Sure.
All right. So, this is
Speaking from
lovely.
experience.
Are ya?
firsthand, yes.
Yeah?
Bullying fat
I'm
women.
bullying.
You're doing the bullying,
Yeah,
of course.
Not me though. I love you, every fat woman out there. Please follow my Instagram.
This is very unique. You're posed. Now, is somebody taking these?
We've got a whole team, sure.
Uh-huh.
There's a whole Stavy baby family.
I did a couple of them. I did the
You did.
boomerang for the 4th of July
Oh
one.
yeah, if we scroll up to the 4th of July,
Which,
you'll
if
see
I
some
do
of
say
Nick's
so
work.
myself, I think is the best one.
I think the sprinkler that I recently did is the best one, but we're getting there. Yeah, Nick did the 4th of July.
Oh, look, a hot dog is.
Well, I mean,
Very
just in terms
popular.
of like composition, I feel like that's a
good.
much better photo than any of the other ones.
It looks all right. No, it's good. Don't get me wrong. That actually is the most popular, almost 500
Yeah.
likes. But the sprinkler, I think we got it in midair. Only couple takes.
Well, you're welcome.
Thank you, Nick. I really appreciate it.
I think you should probably have more views on that.
I'm trying. I mean, we're trying to get there.
Yeah.
Please follow me, everyone. We got some really great stuff in the works. Did a photo shoot yesterday. I think
Oh, you
you're really gonna
did?
like it. Yeah.
New photos.
New photos coming out every Sunday. Watch out for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Look, New Year's baby. I like that.
Sure.
That's
That's
great.
Thanksgiving over there.
Yeah.
We got some.
Do you
really-
find this helps you in your romantic life?
I'm still waiting on that part,
Yeah.
Anthony. That's still
I hear ya.
hasn't really caught up to where I'd
There's
like.
a woman in that one.
Yes, that is.
There, yes.
That was a cool one.
Yeah, that's
fun.
great.
Whose
Somebody,
my
daughter is that?
Yeah. Someone with a bad father. That's the.
Oh, great! I probably know her then.
We've got it's the same type.
Prerequisite, as they say. Wow, that's good. So, most of the people that are very popular, we were talking about this, like some of the kids out there, they get popular sites on various social media, and they get very popular, as they say.
Right.
If I may use the word popular another dozen times.
It's hard to compete. If you're an adult, you have to pose completely nude on Instagram.
Nude,
Right.
The children can't do that.
No, they
It's
can't.
illegal for them to do it, but Stav can do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's how you gain a competitive edge.
It's
trying,
It's
yeah.
working for you.
It's working. We're trying to get there.
Yeah.
Trying to be the #1 plus-size erotic male model on the internet. So
Oh, okay.
I'm aiming high. I think
Plus
I
size.
don't know what my competition is exactly, but
Yeah.
I do have a large gay following as well that I'm trying to exploit as much as
Oh,
possible.
okay. Is that a thing in the gay community? Like having
100%.
what is it? I know there's a bear.
I think pretty much everything is a thing in the gay community.
Just as long as
hard-pressed.
it ends with someone's cock being stuck in a mouth or an ass, it's a thing
I don't think there's a body type that isn't categorized.
in some way.
Have
You are right, sir.
some mammal that corresponds.
I got to agree with that.
Otter, bear, marmot,
Yeah,
Wolf.
yeah,
There's wolf.
muskrat.
yeah.
That's a hairy amputee. That's
I
really-
don't know what a muskrat is.
I don't know what it is in the gay community, but it's.
No, I don't know what an actual muskrat is.
Oh, you don't know what it is?
No.
What do they look like?
I don't know. They're like ferrets. They're like
Jared,
small.
help us out here with a little lesson. Schooling. You need to know what a muskrat. What does a muskrat look like? Pop up a muskrat. You got to look like. I'm gonna guess they look like.
I think they look
like a
ferrets.
gopher kind of.
Fat raccoon. Yeah, with no tail. Yeah, gopher.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
there
It's
we
more like a beaver.
Okay.
What's the difference? That's a beaver.
it's a muskrat.
fuck
The tail's different.
What?
It's got a
tail.
big rat tail.
Oh, it's
Oh,
an ugly
it doesn't
beaver.
have the flipper tail, the fucking paddle.
It's a beaver with low self-esteem, basically. Is what
Yeah. It's
A lot of
beaver with-
diversity in the rodent world.
It really is. The beaver with no work ethic, I'll tell you that. Use that tail. All right. Yeah, see, we learn a little something. It's like educational programming.
100%.
This. Now, about like relationships or girls or anything, are you both going out with each other? Is
Yeah,
it-
we're dating.
Yeah,
We fuck. That's how Come Town started.
He's
Hometown.
he's the girl. I'm not the girl.
Yeah,
He's the
you're-
one that's the girl.
We play rock
Sloppy
paper
party
scissors.
bottom.
Yeah, I'm the
I'm the
pig.
muskrat, and he's the whatever the fucking smaller rat is.
Whatever it is, I don't know.
Bottom muskrat.
Yeah, any girls in?
No, I'm basically celibate now. I've decided I'm not gonna fuck for the rest of my life.
That's impossible.
I'm just gonna wait it out. I've been trying, and it's been going poorly.
Poorly.
So I'm just gonna sit the next couple months, years, who knows, out.
Just fucking try to just imagine being able to put that completely out of your mind.
That's
though.
what I'm trying.
The things you could accomplish
Yeah.
without just trying to.
Even if you had your genitals removed
Yeah.
through some kind of
That's a little
surgery.
extreme. I think work on it first mentally.
You could write an opera
actually-
if you just didn't have balls.
Yeah, it's like people that can actually think like, well, I should lose some weight or go on a diet, and then people that need the stomach stapling or the band treatment or something
Yeah,
like that.
right.
You know, you could think about it and go, I'm just not going to fuck. Or you could go, yep, just chop my dick off. Dick and balls. I really don't want to even think about this anymore.
I used to read there's people that have like a castration fetish where they're like obsessed with it.
Yeah.
To the point where eventually they do it. Eventually they just cut their own
Work
balls
up
off.
the nerve.
What they do is because it's dangerous. It's a fucking dangerous thing to do. I remember reading a story.
Cringing here.
I remember reading a story about this guy like 10 years ago where he like met some guy online that's like, I'll fucking do it.
Just a guy with
Yeah, a guy that knows how to cut.
garden shears.
No, it's a farm tool.
Yeah, I think I remember this.
It's a farm tool called a Buzzerdo or a Buzzero or I forget what it is, but it's basically a big set of pliers with a flat end that is like kind of got like almost like a rabbit to it, where it the teeth
Yeah.
overlap.
Sure.
It's spring loaded, so they just put it
Oh,
and then they just let it go, and it clamps. And it clamps real quick, and then the amount of pressure it generates, it just severs all the connections in your ball sack. And they unclamp it,
Christ.
but it's fast enough where it destroys everything in between your balls and the inside of your.
you don't even
area.
need like stitches or anything. It just
No,
kind of
it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't
welds
cut
it shut.
Yeah, it doesn't cut the skin, and then your balls just die in your sack. And
Oh, Jesus.
this guy wrote this, about I met up with the guy in like a fucking Econo lodge, and he brought the tool. We talked for a minute, and then
Jesus.
yeah, and then they like blew each other, and then he cut it.
Of course, there was some blowing involved. In California, when I lived out there, there was a ranch, and this guy, Jimmy Jackson, he would have to castrate, geld the horses and stuff. So I watched. I was like 13 or 14 years old, and I guess one way to do it is with those elastic bands. It's sort of like what you were saying. They take it in this little mechanism, and it's a heavy fucking elastic. Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, no, dude.
That's
Fuck.
something you don't want to. If you're ever kidnapped and you're put into one of those dungeons, you never want to see that hanging on the wall. Like, that's the worst thing you could see.
Absolutely. Put things in my ass all day before you do that.
Yeah, before that thing makes an appearance.
It's called the Birdizzo.
There you go.
The Birdizzo.
Dizzo, isn't that a Vine star?
Yeah, Bert
It's the
Dizzo.
president of Italy.
Zitto. There was this heavy rubber band thing, and then they'd put it on this and put it around their ball sack.
Yeah.
And then the horse is just walking around, and then eventually your balls fall off. They just
Oh, my God.
dry up and fall off. No more blood could get to them.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then the horse is like, all right, I'm a gelding now.
That sounds so bad, honestly.
But there was another time he did it, and I don't know why he did it this way. He took out his pocket knife, and they roped the horse. They head him and heel him, they call it. Get him around the neck, get him around the two back legs, and then he falls on his side. And when they do that, Jimmy Jackson comes over with his pocket knife, and he just cut the bottom of the scrotum off. There's this little pocket, throws that out. The horse balls, he just went like this, and they fall right out.
Jesus.
And then he cut whatever they were attached with, threw them. The fucking Queensland healers dogs come over and they start fighting over the horse balls. And then he took some pine tar and just slapped it on the open wound.
Jesus
And then lets
Christ.
the horse up.
I love. That's why I love when like people that are like, I mean, maybe they grew up in the suburbs or they live in the city or whatever, and they're like, in their late 20s or late 30s, they're like, I would love to just have a farm. It'd be so great to just leave all this stress behind and just have a farm. farm where life is so much simpler.
That's hilarious. Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah. Hey, it's a pocket knife and some pine tar. That fucking. Yeah, that was just some utter brutality I saw out there.
He just did that for old time's sake. There was no reason.
Maybe it was
to do
no
it that
reason
way.
to do it. He just wanted to cut a. They would have barbecues, big pig barbecues and stuff, and the pigs are right outside, and they would hold him by the legs. One guy would hold his back legs. Another guy would have a rope around his neck and hold. There it is. That's the rubber band thing.
It's called
Yeah.
Elastrator.
Elastrator. Isn't that a superhero? Marvel?
Yeah.
They both, a Marvel superhero?
They both sound like things women masturbate with.
Yeah.
They sound like sex
You
toys.
best not. That's
Jesus.
they had this pig, and then my dad just kind of walked up to the piggy and pulled out a .357 Magnum, shot him in the head. The pig just went like straight out. And they're like, all right, and I'm just horrified. I saw some horrific things like that. It was just
That's fucking
strange way of life.
Yeah.
Different time.
That's not
It
like-
was a different time.
That's not like
Shooting it in the
standing operating procedure. That's not how you usually kill a pig.
No, it's not. It's not. And then they, put him over the rafter and,
Yeah.
and they slit the throat. And they're all just laughing, drinking Coors. They're like, hey, yeah, they're fucking. I don't know. I'm just horrified as a kid, but
And you've hated
Didn't affect
guns
me
ever
none.
since. Ever
it
since
didn't affect
that.
me at all.
Yeah.
Fine. Been fine my whole life. I don't know. What about you? Any young ladies in your life?
Yeah, I have a girlfriend.
You do?
She's all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Stayed how long?
We've been dating about a year.
That's about the limit, I think.
Actually, yeah, for me, usually.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's going okay. I don't know. She'll probably. Well, she won't. She's not going to.
No, she's not going to listen.
No chance she listens.
Although I didn't think the fucking woman that runs my batterer's intervention course was watching, and then she filled me in that she was watching an episode of the show.
Yeah.
When I talked about it and talked about how I was saying things that she didn't say, and this, I'm like, it's a show.
Yeah, no, my girlfriend told her parents, she's like, my parents DVR'd you on Red Eye. I'm like,
Oh.
Jesus fucking Christ, why?
Why, right?
Why, yeah, there's no reason for that.
I'm performing.
Yeah, I mean, barely.
I'm barely performing.
I'm performing when I visit them. And
Yeah, there. Oh,
I pretend like I have a completely different personality
That's
than
the
the one
most.
that I do.
You will never be a better actor than when you're in front of
Yeah.
your girlfriend's parents.
Oh my god.
That's it. I have to actually go into makeup and act younger because they're usually my age. No, it's that was the worst. I do recall in ancient history going over a girlfriend's house, and it was the worst experience having to deal with the dad.
Oh my
And
god.
the mom, would you like some? And all you're thinking is, oh my God, they're gonna know I want to fuck their daughter, and that's the only reason I'm here. And the dad knows it already.
Absolutely.
Don't smell my fingers. It's terrible.
How do you handle that? How do you just handle knowing if you're the dad, knowing the guy you're just having a fucking pork cutlet with
Right.
wants to fucking fuck your daughter?
That's it.
And later he'll be sneaking up to a room when you're asleep.
Yeah,
He's on your
taking
fingers.
every instance that they can.
Absolutely.
To sneak some kind of touch field jerk, anything. That's our job. And then his job is to make sure that doesn't happen.
I don't know. I've never dealt with like an overprotective father.
No?
Yeah. They've all
None of
been
the women
they've
you
all
dated
been
have
playing.
fathers.
Yeah, they've all been playing it pretty fast and loose.
Fast and loose.
Daughter's pussy.
That's why I usually go for the daddy issue girl that doesn't have the dad, or the dad's bad, or doesn't
Sure.
give a shit. You
Looking
know.
to replace them with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The girl I
would
actually
actually-
ended up marrying, her dad walked out on Christmas Day on them like years before. And I thought that was going to be a good, keeper.
Yeah.
You know, people say that like, oh, I go for the daddy issue girl. I don't think anyone goes for them. That's just sort of who it works out with because
Yeah.
it's more accessible.
It is more accessible.
Yeah.
But me in particular,
It's not like
I
you're
do
aware.
kinda like
it's not like
it.
you're fucking aware of it. You don't meet someone, you're like,
Yeah.
when did he leave?
You're aware.
There's a certain type of girl that you go after that you just know. It's like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
she hasn't seen her father.
Yeah, because they'll blow you within 2 hours of knowing you.
Right.
That's what it is. It's not that you
That's it. It's like,
know
I'm
that-
sensing something here.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I couldn't. Thank God I'm not a dad, But I couldn't imagine like a dad of a daughter having to deal with that shit like that. You're sitting at the dinner table.
I think
He's
actually,
all nervous and
Yeah.
just fucking. Imagine that you like go to grab the turkey and you just go like this. And the dad's watching. You give the turkey the shocker. Oh, how angry!
sorry, force a habit.
I don't think I would care. I
You
don't
wouldn't care.
If I had a daughter, I wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
No, I know. I think that is the right thing. It's just like fuck, go fuck. You know?
What are you gonna
Circle of
do?
life.
Have like a nun daughter? I mean, they're gonna. Fuck
Some dads, I
eventually.
think, are crazy like that. They don't, they don't want to fucking hear it. And other ones,
If anything,
shit.
I want the guy who's dating my daughter to I want to make sure he knows how to fuck good. You know what I mean? I want to make sure he knows how to eat
Oh,
pussy.
jeez.
You know what I mean? Like this is This is 2016. You know,
You want her to,
go out and
no matter what she does, you want her to do well and have a
Enjoy
good
yourself.
time at it
Absolutely.
and
Why
enjoy
not?
yourself.
I've just created a fictional daughter in my head that I just don't give a shit about or have any interest in her life whatsoever.
That's good. And by the way, I'm dating her. I'm fictionally dating her.
Which is your boyfriend Andrew? Oh, cool. Great.
Yeah, it's
He does
just
radio.
a rough thing. It's a rough thing. Like the whole dating thing and everything. I don't
Yeah.
even,
Stop trying.
going out, fucking relationship. I was just talking with finally did that interview with Stuttering John. I'm on my phone on my couch and he wants to talk about like relationship stuff. I don't know. But it brought up like he goes, are you seeing anybody? Are you doing it? I'm like, no, I can't be bothered anymore like with the real relationship.
Right.
I'll go out, hang out, shit like that, but
Right.
the live in, like I just like doing what I fucking want to do.
Right.
Fill up that bowl with cat food, and I'm out for 4 days. I don't want to answer to anybody.
Well, what are you doing now? Are you just out there fucking and sucking left and right? Is that
Well, I wouldn't say left and right.
Yeah.
Times, no. I'll just if someone wants to hang out, I'll hang out. But
Sure.
that's about it.
And
I'm
you
putting
just-
zero effort into it these days.
Is this all coming from like DMs? Or you just letting it? Whoever,
Yeah. It's just whatever. Fucking Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah.
I could give a shit at this point. You want to see my house? Yeah, no, it's what it is. I don't know, but a year. That's usually where shit starts going bad. That's it. The year mark. I don't know why.
Yeah.
That's
And then after that, like if it is bad, you'll just stick around sometimes for another year.
yeah, or 9.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous. 1 year is the make or break point where you either get the fuck out
Right.
or you're going to be there a while, and it's just not going to be good.
Absolutely.
It's terrible that way. I don't know.
I so fucking hope she doesn't. The conversation we have to have.
Yeah.
In what way do you think she hears this, though?
She buys a subscription. Her and her parents sit down and they all buy a subscription and they all have a listening. Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
Now there's the parent thing that
Yeah.
we
yeah,
talked
we just
about.
talked about.
Actually, I don't think they would give a shit. She'd probably be annoyed.
Really? They really don't sound like they care about her. The way you describe
maybe not.
how they don't give a shit about her. It's like, no, they just don't give a shit about her. It's amazing.
30 seconds ago, you're regretting what you're saying in case she hears it. Now you're like, her parents don't give
Hey,
a fuck about her.
The show must go on.
That's how it works. I
I
understand.
already started walking down this road. See where it goes.
I get it. Are you are you voting? Do you give a shit about this whole crazy fucking election thing that's going on?
No, I'm burnt out.
care?
I don't care. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
doesn't
I felt
matter.
like I pretended like I cared for long enough.
And now it's just who cares?
Yeah, everybody else has got it. Like Jon Stewart went away, and then his responsibilities kind of turned to everyone on Facebook. And,
right.
and it's like just, I mean, I guess you should give a shit, but it's hard to.
No, it's I don't know. I just think I like arguing. I think that's it.
Are you a Trump guy?
I am 110% Trump guy because
Now, that's mathematically impossible.
I heard that, but
It can't be more than 100%.
but people seem to they don't understand why. They don't understand that, like, they try to tell me things about Trump and how bad he is and this and he's stupid and he's crazy and I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. My whole goal is for every lifetime fuck dick politician that's been fucking us over for forever, that won't leave the office. They hold it like a fucking pope. And I want them to go, wait, we fucked up so bad that that's who they elected.
Right.
Like any dummy off the street, they figured would be better than us. That's how badly we all fucked up. That's all I want. I want a little statement. I want to make a little statement, and then they go, well, what about fucking this guy, Johnson, or this fucking... Like, no, they're another just politician.
Right,
I want crazy Donald Trump to win, so everyone goes, we really fucking pissed them off. Look who they elected president.
Yeah, but that's like, I mean, that's such a dangerous.
Yeah,
of course it is.
Dangerous water anymore.
It's like, well, I wanted to prove a point about how dangerous guns were, so we gave a bunch of chimps AK-47s.
Do it up.
Set them loose in a daycare center.
Do it up. I love it.
Yeah, he's a lunatic. I don't know.
No, it's but yeah, revolution is dangerous sometimes.
The Trump revolution.
And this isn't one where we pick up guns and revolt against it. It's the closest thing you could get to a real life revolution. It's dangerous. It's the unknown. You don't know what's going to happen. It's kind of crazy, and things might change because of it. That's all. It's a bloodless kind of revolution.
You just like change.
I want change from what's been going on. I mean, you can't. I look at myself and a lot of the other working slobs in this country. This doesn't really work. I know. Don't get me. But I look at it like you open your home, you open your kitchen to people, and then they just still bitch and complain. Like everybody that's been working and contributing in this country is looked at like the piece of shit. They're the easiest ones to call racist, sexist, homophobic, this, you're not doing your fair share. Meanwhile, tax time rolls around and you're just getting raped. Right. And then you give it, you pay your taxes, you're a good citizen, and then you're told you're not doing enough. Fuck you. Like that pisses me off. And that's why a lot of other people are pissed off, I think. Anyway.
Well, yeah, I mean that is
that
is the clear thing about why Trump is. People are just angry, and they don't even know. So, and he'll just say whatever the fuck people want to hear.
Doesn't matter.
They're like, yeah, that's great. And then you throw a little racist stuff, just to,
oh yeah, for a little old school chuckle. An old school racist chuckle, don't you? Well, you put Velcro on the ceiling. Oh, I get it. Yeah, that 3 if you slice him thin enough. Oh, okay, yeah, that's funny. I get it. It's make America great again kind of a thing. It's nostalgic. It's one of those things. But I think it's mostly guys that and basically working white dudes
100%.
That feel like they're just being shit on, which the left loves to laugh at. Like, oh, it's been so hard. It's like, no, it hasn't. It's wonderful. I live a nice life. A lot of people live nice lives. They go on vacation. They have boats. They do whatever. But it's like, just don't fucking shit on me.
Yeah, liberals really make no effort to win over like working class white voters. That's the group you want to call racist and stuff.
Evil, they're the evil people. It's like, oh, come on, it's not that evil. Put fucking people on the moon.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, did they put people on the moon?
No,
those guys.
Fuck the moon.
That's any liberals. Liberals didn't put people on the moon. Jesus Christ!
I think like a woman did something, or I read an article that somebody.
No, it was Werner von Braun. That's who got us to the moon, folks. He was an SS Nazi. So we have the
Nazi guy.
Nazis to thank for going to the moon.
Well, we beat the shit out of the Nazis, but man, did we love picking up their technology and all the little thing. What is this? Like a highway system?
Yeah.
There's roads off of it?
Well, immediately after the war, like the Russians and like the West decided how they were going to split up all the scientists, and they had like the initial policy was they're not going to take anybody that had actual like Nazi Party affiliation. So if you were like if you were like just regular German military rather than SS, then you could qualify to be brought over through, I think, Operation Paperclip. Rough on the, but then they like immediately realized like, okay, well, most of the best scientists were just Nazis. So we're gonna scrap that and go ahead and just everything's forgiven.
Yeah, come on over.
No, Werner von Braun's like buried in Arlington. He's like an American hero.
Yeah, amazing. He was actually alive and there at the Apollo 11 launch and
at Auschwitz.
And down Auschwitz. Whatever.
He invented the rockets that made the trains get there faster.
That was the goal, but the war ended too soon. Yeah, he wanted rocket-powered trains.
Yeah. How do you get these ovens so hot? Werner. This is amazing.
Gotta love that Werner. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I pay attention to a lot of the stupid. Is that him? A handsome man. He's just there, Nazi. Looks like a Nazi, doesn't he?
Yeah.
A good Nazi look to him. Nazi hairline.
God, I am jealous of that hair.
They, say what you want. Snappiest goddamn dressers you'll ever see.
Great uniforms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uniform, like
Hugo Boss.
and it's just Hugo Boss.
Also, they look so evil too. Like they
Oh!
were the bad guys, just
It's
red and
just
black.
the bad
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
red. But it's been used since then for all kinds of movies and Star Wars and fucking all that. That whole Nazi.
Have you seen that?
Love to hate the Nazis.
Have you seen that Mitchell and Webb look sketch where they're both Nazis, they're like SS officers and they're on the front, and one of them's like, Hans, are we the bad guys? And he's like, why would we be the bad guys? And he's like, we have skulls all over our helmets. It's a really funny sketch.
Skulls, the crossed bones and
Yeah. Well, that's what I love about Nazis is that they were like,
so much.
They were trying to take over the world, but then they really bought into all that like occult shit, like the Sig runes and the Black Sun and all this stuff. And it's so funny that like the most evil people in the world like also kind of believed in Santa. A little bit. Like had these like, fantasies about.
There are a lot of cool documentaries about the occult and Nazis and stuff. I think.
Like, have you ever seen Indiana Jones?
I heard like something about the Ark of the Covenant. I think.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure.
Seen it.
But that one.
What I love,
Melted his face.
and neo-Nazis didn't carry any of that style. Like all of them are just wearing like fucking tank tops and.
No, it was all trash after that. It's like, class it up a little, guys.
absolutely.
What are you doing? Some fucking dirty Doc Martens and fucking.
Yeah.
I also love that like. The neo-Nazi, like how stupid the Hitler mustache was, no neo-Nazis wear it. And they put fucking swastikas on their foreheads. But they're like, we don't want to look fucking stupid.
I don't wear that.
We don't.
A mustache. That's something you just can't walk around with, though.
No.
That really, maybe in 200 years or something, someone will be like,
I'm sure there's people doing it, and there's like an adjustment period with their friends, and they're like, all right, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, Jordan did that.
I think Michael Jordan had it for a little while, but it's so hard for a black dude to look like Hitler.
Yeah.
No one's going to think that's the problem. You would think Chaplin before you thought Hitler.
He's just like meticulously shaves a swastika into his beard.
How far he can go.
Yeah. It's not the one Hitler had. So, if you could do a bunch of tiny ones. If you could do a bunch of tiny swastikas with your facial hair right in the Hitler mustache area.
That would be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd win top model for sure, or whatever.
Oh, yeah. People are very, very
America's Got Talent. What do you think?
You're going to Hollywood. They don't do that. They do that.
Stern just starts crying.
Yeah. Oh, that was Fez. Right. Fez Watley from the Ron and Fez show years ago. He walked around the halls like that.
Jesus Christ.
For more than one day.
Yeah. He came in like for a couple of days dressed like Hitler with the mustache and the hair and everything.
Hair is, spot on.
Did he get in trouble for that?
I don't know, but he would do the German accent too. He would talk with a stupid fake German accent in the hallways, not on air or anything.
This was like where people worked.
Yeah.
It wasn't just, look, the wacky radio guy's going to do this. He would walk around the office part of it, like sales and marketing. As Hitler.
That's hilarious.
I shaved the Hitler mustache one night while I was drunk. You
did?
Me and my roommate were hanging out, and I passed out, didn't think about it, and then the next morning I walked to the beer store. Noon when I woke up, and I'm like, yeah, let me get a pack of. No,
let me tell you what this is. This was
walk back.
Yeah, most people, if they have a mustache and they're shaving it off, they will go to the Hitler.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. You got to.
You got to do it first. And
Yeah.
Take a picture of something that you'll never post.
Yeah.
And
what if they did that at the barber shop when you got your hair cut? They'd be like, get it?
Get it?
No, I'll do the haircut for real, but it's pretty funny, right? Hey, have you ever heard about World War II?
You seem very knowledgeable on that. It doesn't seem.
No, I have like 3 pieces of history trivia
Yeah.
that I just figured out how to work in every
Work
conversation.
into everything.
Yeah.
That works for you, man.
Yeah,
It's like,
you
well,
were
this
talking about my
guy-
girlfriend. I'm like, better bring up Nazis.
Nazis. Nazis. And you know you're not going to lose on this show. Bring up Nazis. With, I sometimes it is weird. I'll be watching documentaries on World War II, and a friend will come over, and usually they just walk in. And I'm just sitting there in front of the TV, and there's Nuremberg with flags waving.
Right.
Oh, you're watching this, watching this
It's
again.
a little on the nose, don't you think, Anthony?
Yeah. It's, what are you going to do?
That's why I love when people compare those Trump rallies. They're like, it was basically like Nuremberg.
Yeah.
It's like, there's no way that's possible.
Yeah.
There was no one wearing cargo shorts at Nuremberg.
No. Dude. Nuremberg was quite the epic get together, as they say. Also, talking about just before, like you take a picture of yourself with a Hitler mustache but never post it. That reminded me that like we just take pictures of useless shit.
100%.
Like, I don't think I posted anything but pictures of my cat, which is just a strange thing to do. But it's all I can really think of that anyone would want to see.
Right.
Think about like people post pictures like why? I don't give a fuck about that. You're naked
That's
like
right.
that, and it's well thought out.
Yeah.
The fucking sparklers and the hot dog and everything. They're perfect. Like people want to see that for
Right.
some reason.
Yeah.
But like
aroused.
people take pictures of their like dinner or something, and this is what I'm having. Or you just take pictures of shit and then never post it.
Right.
All those pictures, when you used to walk around with or have a camera at home, you never took it with you unless you were going somewhere worthy of pictures.
Right.
And now people just take fucking pictures, all kinds of useless shit, and you end up with a camera full of nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's why Snapchat and Instagram are like the social media that people are going to use now, because it's like it takes no thought to do that. You just
Right.
take a picture. Everyone's fucking dumb and has nothing to say.
Yeah.
So I'll just take a picture of my friend sleeping and call
And
him
then
gay
I'll just-
for passing out. Although that is
gay.
actually a pretty good bit.
That is pretty
Yeah.
funny. Anything calling someone gay is
It's
always good.
It's coming back, dude.
It's time.
It went away, but it's coming
Gay and
back.
retarded
away.
are back, baby.
We were feeling a little guilty about saying it, but now it's like, no, it's just too fun to say. That's fucking gay.
That's gonna be Trump 2016, the re-election. We're saying gay again. We're bringing back calling people gay.
What do you think of Obama? He's
gay.
gay.
He's a gay guy. Hey, listen, he's gay.
He's gay.
I can't
Yeah.
wait for the debates to see the kind of wild shit.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
That looks like it's going to be pretty brutal. I like the idea of this,
fun.
him and Hillary just going at each other.
Yeah,
Will
it's
he
gonna be
say
really
cunt?
entertaining.
That's the real. That is the true. Will he maybe mouth it under his breath?
Yeah.
Will he
Something, or at least he's got to dance around it, but we all know what it means.
Yeah.
Like when he said bleeding from the eyes
Oh
or
my
wherever
God.
else.
Yeah,
We
he's gonna
know
do one of those.
Vagina, period.
He's gonna call her
Bitchy,
loose.
period.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he was in the debate and talked about his dick size.
Yeah, that was
So
incredible.
it's like there's no real. He didn't have a line.
We also he accused Ted Cruz's dad of murdering JFK. He called Ben Carson a child molester.
Yeah, that was fucking incredible.
He did. Yeah, he
So
insulted his wife.
Yeah.
Cruz's wife, and then said his father helped murder JFK. I don't know. He's sitting with Lee Harvey Oswald. He's talking about how he saw a picture of maybe him and Lee Harvey Oswald.
And then people were like, I wonder why he didn't endorse Trump. It's like,
yeah.
he just shit on his whole
He got
family.
up there and pretty much said, "Fuck you," endorsing you.
Yeah.
And then people thought Bernie might have done that, but he just no balls. Got up there. I endorse Hillary Clinton. And it's what did you do? Your whole big movement and everything, and then he just looked like a dick.
He moved him to the left. Like Hillary would have been way more. I don't know. She wouldn't have done as much liberal shit. I think Bernie's at least he's not a lunatic and he's not a loose cannon in a way where he's like, I did what I wanted to do. Hopefully, some people are like politically minded, and also ultimately Bernie's going to die in like
Yeah,
years, you
but
know?
he doesn't have another shot at
yeah.
president.
Yeah, I don't know how much to the left he actually moved her. I mean, the campaign, yes, but in terms of actual policy, like what's gonna change?
No,
platform-
he's not going to change anything.
I think the $15 is going to disappear. Maybe 12. Maybe you'll get 12, which is it's
But that
kind of
wasn't
worthless.
even there, dude. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just like,
it
that's-
sort of was. I
Hillary
mean-
is like, you know.
And who
centrist.
knows? I don't know. I mean, that's like the one thing I do care about is minimum wage like increases. And
Yeah, you want that?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. I think like even if you're not like even talk about entitlement, it like economically it makes sense that you.
Does it?
Yeah, because
I'm from the school of thought that like they'll just fucking say, nah, we're not going to pay you that much for that job.
some of them, you might see some job loss, but ultimately, like you're paying that money anyways through the earned income tax credit.
Well,
So all that
everything apparently in this country.
all that money that these companies aren't paying for people, the taxpayers subsidize those people's income like directly through the earned income tax credit. So if you just raise the minimum wage, there's less money going out that way.
See, automation also, a little automation taking over some of those jobs.
Well, I think that's going to happen regardless.
Yeah, exactly. As soon as it
Companies
becomes,
are-
as soon as it makes sense financially to do that, then those jobs will dry up.
I don't mind if it's like just show me a little skilled labor before we give you 15 an hour.
But
That's a little.
do
skill.
you agree that there should be some minimum wage?
There has to be a minimum wage.
Okay.
Yeah.
And should it adjust with inflation?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So if you adjusted the minimum wage,
It would have been.
It would be like $23 an hour.
I have worked for companies where the cost of living has gone up, and my boss told me to go fuck myself for a raise.
Right.
It happens.
What? But shouldn't that make you mad at the boss?
Well, yeah, it should, but it's also life. And I didn't have any recourse to go to somebody and say, "Hey, my boss won't give me a raise."
Right.
And maybe if I worked a little harder,
or maybe if you were in a union,
or that,
make sure that you had enough money.
something. I
Fucking
don't know.
Yeah.
Boss. You know what
It's
I mean?
just,
That's what I'm saying.
depending on what side you fall
The
on.
thing is, no matter what, your boss is always making more money off of you than you're taking from him.
Oh yeah, that's the
So-
name of the game.
It's not like, oh, well, what's fair? It's not fair. It's like,
No,
they can get away with.
yeah, he's exploiting
One
you
has to.
no matter what.
Yeah, it's got to work. I mean, it's his business. He's got to run it. He's got to make a profit. Got to keep things going. I don't see how that's a bad thing. If you want to pay the guy $1 an hour to do the work, who's going to work for that? No one.
Right.
Illegal
The
immigrants.
marketplace kind of dictates
Yeah.
what you're going to pay somebody and what they're going to take.
Yeah, but then that's why you need protections in place that say that you can't pay somebody less than it. I think we're in agreement on.
I think so. Overall, I don't like forcing anybody. I don't like the government stepping in to force businesses to do certain things. I do like certain protections, like OSHA. You can't just have fucking live wires going
Right.
around the workers and shit.
Yeah.
So, there's certain things that the government should step in, but I'm a little more libertarian when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah, but see, it's like an arbitrary point that people pick when they say, like, I'm mostly for libertarian business practices where, they would be able to do whatever they want or pay whatever they want, with the exception of, there should be some minimum wage. And the arbitrary point people pick is, like, whatever current legislation happens to be.
Right.
So you don't want to move the needle forward, but in a lot of ways, it's not even really moving it forward. It's just keeping it in place to adjust for inflation and costs of living. So, I mean, if you wanted things to stay the same, you would actually argue in favor of minimum wage increases.
Right,
Because the way it stands is, by default, it gets worse if minimum wage doesn't increase.
I think there should be a minimum wage increase with cost of living. And I know that, like you said, if we had been doing that over the years, it would be more than 15 an hour. But I don't know.
Yeah.
By the way, Cumtown is their show. Discussing
We've never talked
I
about
love
this
it,
on
discussing
Cumtown.
these issues, and it's like, so Cumtown would be the show.
We've never talked anything serious on
that's
Cumtown.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't. We try not to.
You guys are
Well, look, we work for minimum wage.
you're up to date.
So,
You're there.
yeah.
You're there.
We
You're
are poor
fucking
as hell.
knowledgeable. I like it. I like it. You give me a little faith in the youth.
Oh no, not us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not particularly young. We're not Vine Star age.
No?
Yeah.
We're old now.
Who's Vine Star?
I'm 46.
46. Sure.
39 here, a little younger.
39 and 46.
Worst part is, once you go bald, you could be any age. No,
Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, if I just get a little balder, I could be 48 and no one would say anything.
I think it's better to kind of go bald young, and then you just don't look like you're getting old.
Right.
Like Bruce Willis shaved his head after that moonlighting thing, and Die Hard, he got a little bit of stuff. And then he just started shaving his head, and he looks exactly the same now as he ever did. It's just the oddest fucking thing.
It doesn't apply to fat bald men. We just fucking worse and worse. There's like no fat guy. It's just like, yeah, if I shaved my head completely, it would just be, I'm not going to look like Bruce Willis. You know what I mean? I would look like I'd have like,
But you got a good...
No, man, I think you would look like Bruce Willis, dude.
Yeah.
ample head.
It is an ample head. Yeah.
I love it. It's like, I thought I was losing my hair like 2 years ago. I wasn't. It's fine. But I thought I was. So if you like Google hair loss, you start getting worried about it. And there's all these like support forums. And pretty much every thread is like, there's a lot of handsome bald guys like Jason Statham or Bruce Willis. And it's like, yeah, you are not either one of those.
It's not.
Those are two guys
Jason
in the world.
Statham and Bruce Willis.
Yeah, that are famous. So that helps.
Yeah.
Even if they weren't fucking attractive.
Yeah.
They'd
They're
still
rich.
be fine because they're, famous.
That's why I love when that dad bod thing happened like a year and a half ago where they're women are going crazy for dad bod. And it's like, are they? Or is it just Leonardo DiCaprio?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Famous millionaire.
Yeah, and other fat millionaires.
Went to the beach.
Oh, like guys like Seth Rogen who, are like funny and they're like kind of chubby, but they also have millions and millions of dollars.
That was hilarious because, it was Leonardo DiCaprio decided to fucking eat a few burgers and go to the beach. And they were all just, the dad bod. Meanwhile, one role, he just gets one role and he's back into fucking amazing shape.
100%.
Yeah.
It doesn't, dad bod. No, that's not dad bod. Let's show you some dad bods and see how hot you get, how worked up you get. Nah.
The farmer's tan and just like that's not the real dad. Those aren't even real dad bods. Those are just a hairy Brillo bad. That's what my father's body looks like. Just
my dad has
hair.
trigger thumb and like a sort of like a hump in his neck.
It's not a goiter, is it?
Yeah,
no, it's not what that is.
It's weird. I guess it's a hunchback.
Yeah. Some people get things on them, and it's like, shouldn't you have,
growths.
when it was this big, shouldn't you just maybe?
Yeah, the human body really is just not supposed to live past like 22.
I think that's right. Yeah, like Logan's Run or something.
I saw
30.
I saw a guy with a giant skin tag on his leg at Five Guys one time, and I had to just stop eating and leave.
Yeah. Who wants to see that?
Why are you wearing shorts? Just ruining everyone's meal.
Fucking, don't you know everyone's like disgusted with that?
Yeah.
Just kind of, what's that?
This is the top 12 hottest dad bods.
That's Vin Diesel. All right.
Who's that? That guy's
Chris Pratt.
That guy's shredded now.
That's Chris Pratt who became sexy.
Oh, he's totally fucking, ripped.
I mean, look at that. That's just a fucking...
Leo.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He's like, wait a minute, I'm not fucked up. Let me grow a big beard.
Yeah.
Try to fuck myself up more.
Yeah. Beautiful hair, too.
Not quite working, yeah.
Again, Seth Rogen. Not even that fat anymore, by the way.
No?
It's just going to be Leo and Seth Rogen over and over again.
Yeah, the Duke. On the Duke. All of his lung cancer operation scars.
Galifianakis.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, are you fucking kidding me?
Brando.
They didn't show old Marlon Brando.
Show the one before he
Nobody
fucking
was
died.
into old Marlon Brando.
That's more like dad bod.
That's just a fuck. Who is that?
Man.
It's just a hot dude. It's just.
That's just some
Jr.
guy they saw outside of Whole Foods.
Yeah.
I was just watching, what the fuck was that movie? Weird Science. He was in it.
Again, not fat at all. Not a dad bod at all. And he's got a very nice penis. I don't know if everybody seen that movie, but pretty nice hog on Siegel. Yeah.
Good for him. Oh, come on. Now
we're getting somewhere. Now we're looking at the body type.
Yeah, that's old.
Yeah,
guy.
He's 79 years old.
Old guy.
He's
I love when people say that.
Great grandfather.
Yeah. They go, have you seen how beautiful Sophia Loren is? And it's like she's 90. It's like, take the clothes off and tell me how fucking gorgeous. Okay.
This is crazy.
Is that
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn?
But he's in a suit that costs more than my apartment.
Right. Well, show me the actual dad, the guy that works at fucking CarMax.
Yeah, a real dad.
Manager.
And see how many women are like, oh, he can wear it. Yeah. He still looks great.
The guy that probably has a model train collection.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, huh?
There
Pretty
you
nice
go.
dick.
What's with the full frontal?
Not a bad dick.
I don't know.
What's
movie
wrong?
was that?
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Getting Sarah Marshall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. That male full frontal is
I'm all
still a
for it.
little crazy.
What's wrong?
Apatow said he's putting dicks in every one of his movies.
He has, yeah. It's like over the years, there's cock in his movie.
Have you seen Lady Ghostbusters yet?
No.
Oh, you shouldn't. It's a lot of nudity.
A lot of male nudity.
Yep.
It's for the girls. They want to see it.
Just a bunch of guys giving each other head for.
Yeah. That's it's just a gay porno. Ghostbusters is a gay porn. I don't know why they called it Ghostbusters. I don't know.
They go to Studio. What was it? Studio 60. What was it?
Studio 54.
Studio 54. All the ghosts of the gay men sucking each other off.
Oh, man. They all have
That's the big
AIDS.
plot. Yeah.
Terrible. Isn't that awful?
That's how Slimer died.
AIDS. He was a mere shadow of himself when he asked.
He was much fatter before he died. Yeah,
They're redoing Splash, I hear. That movie Tom Hanks was in many years ago. Daryl Hannah was in it. And of course, they can't just leave it the fuck alone or remake it or something. So they're going to make it a guy mermaid.
Oh, my God.
And a girl is the love
Just
interest.
make a new fucking movie. What's the point? Splash wasn't even like an iconic movie.
No, it's not
was
even
just like-
one of those.
It was like a shitty movie.
I
from
literally
the
have
80s.
no idea what you're talking about.
See?
Yeah.
The only time I saw it was in Greece. My family would go over to Greece, and they would just play shitty American movies. And that's the only reason I've seen Splash. I watched it with like.
I thought you were talking about the movie Grease. See how fucked up that is?
I've also seen the movie Grease.
The movie Grease in Greece?
Yeah.
Wow, that's fucking.
That's their national movie.
Yeah,
it's
yeah. Summer Lovin' is the Greek national anthem. Actually.
Okay. Sounds great.
What a shitty country.
How fucking dare you, bitch?
Yeah, you are
you
a
everything.
heavy Greek, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heavy Greek.
I am literally a heavy Greek.
Yeah,
Also, I don't know. Are you just shitting on me right now, or?
No, that's kind of what. Oh my goodness,
There we go.
That is an old fucking movie.
I did beat
So
off
what's
to this
the-
movie very young, though. I do remember.
What,
Yeah,
Tom
fond
Hanks?
memories.
Yeah, Tom Hanks and John Candy, and
Daryl Hannah.
Daryl Hannah's the
John
mermaid.
Candy, there's a dad bod.
Yeah.
There you go.
Classic
But
dad
he
bod.
fucking even because he was famous.
Right.
He'd even get.
When
like,
I was a
laid.
kid, I thought that was the funniest shit in the world that there was a fat guy named John Candy. That was so funny to me. That was the funniest joke in the world.
Anyone ever thought of that? John Candy. Yeah. He falls off the boat, and a mermaid saves him.
Out of the blue,
And
it happened.
trailers were so fucked up then. Yeah, well, forever. Splash.
Just looking at her.
And she was
is
like the
pure
hottest thing
ecstasy.
back then with her crimped hair.
She was crazy hot.
Oh, have you seen Fatal Attraction?
Oh yeah.
Is it Fatal Attraction or Basic Instinct? With
Those are the two that I always get confused.
Everyone
Well,
confused.
the one with Glenn Close is
It's Fatal Attraction.
Fatal Attraction.
Fatal
She
Attraction.
looks so fucking bad in that.
Yeah. It's not even. She's not even
It's
like.
the funniest shit in the world. She looks so bad,
There's
and it's not
nothing
even.
hot or anything.
Yeah,
Why is he?
That's the plot,
she
right?
has your haircut in the movie.
Yes, she has my hair. She went to John Sahag.
Yeah, she has your hair,
Yeah.
platinum blonde,
Yeah.
and then she's like, "I'm just gonna stay up for 9.5 weeks before we shoot." So
Yeah, she
I
looked
look like a fucking
awful.
raccoon.
Was she supposed to be look like that? I guess.
No, I don't
Crazy.
think
Be
so.
hot, right? Isn't the plot like
Jesus,
Oh,
look at
ruins
that.
his
God.
life?
What a fucking dog.
That's the, right. Isn't the plot he ruins his life to?
Yeah, he like
Yeah.
he cheats on his wife, who's like beautiful.
But yeah, I think that's part of it. It's
Yeah.
like he fucked up so bad because it wasn't even like you could go, well, at least she was hot.
Yeah.
Like he fucked this girl and fucked his whole life up.
Right.
And it's her.
Which I guess I can relate to.
I won't be ignored, Dan. Oh, she was such a fucking bitch in that. That was great.
Great movie though.
Cooks the pet rabbit or something.
Yeah.
That was a big scene. The other one was the leg crossing movie.
Yeah.
Yes,
With Sharon
that's a
Stone.
good one.
Aaron Stone with
And
her pussy show.
That's another
They should have
iconic.
cast her. You know, that's probably what happened. She was like, I'm not doing another movie with Michael Douglas.
Yeah, he keeps trying to eat my
Yeah,
pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody
Michael Douglas eating that pussy got him the fucking
Yeah.
cancer.
That was the first time I was ever scared about cancer, and he was like, "Oh my god, you can get cancer from eating pussy."
Yeah, that like wait a minute. I stopped smoking and shit.
yeah, you
I'm, like
can't.
doing everything I need to do, but come on.
Yeah, you can't take eating
Bit much.
pussy from
I
me.
also love once a year there's an article that'll come out
Yes.
that's like
Oh yeah,
nice. That's like
first vagina I ever saw. I thought.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Happy memory. That's great. Yeah, that was a real gash.
Yeah, there we go.
Look at that.
zoom in, enhance,
Enhance.
zoom in.
And
With the fucking CSI Miami setup.
Oh,
Enhance this area. Reverse. Switch to the asshole camera. Zoom in on the asshole camera. Expand the asshole. Download more. You need more software. Get the asshole software.
oh shit. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Well.
But I remember it taking me out of it because Newman was in there, wasn't he? Like in the scene, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I'm trying to beat off.
Newman will take out everything.
Accidentally
Newman's
nut to
here?
Newman.
Yeah.
AFK, Newman.
That was back with VHS. So
Yeah.
like, when you had to rewind, it would like take a set.
Oh, yeah, it was so hard to hit exactly where you wanted
And then when
to.
it paused, it had those weird lines. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
Off to
Yeah.
weird lines. I
Gotta
did.
move the tracking thing.
yeah.
Tracking.
I had a VHS tape that I made of all the 2 a.m. call now it was like a 30-minute tape of those commercials.
Just the commercial.
Just women in sweaters drinking wine on the phone
Right.
that I would beat off to.
That was jack off material
Yeah,
back
yeah,
then.
Girls Gone Wild infomercials was big jack off material.
I'm glad you aren't from just the generation of instant, amazing porn at your fingertips. Because all the young guys
kind
have
of
it now.
are. I mean,
Yeah,
at college,
But you remember having to beat off to things
scrounging.
that were, weren't just available.
That's
I'll
our-
beat off. Well, look how easy it is. I'm going to beat off right now.
Yeah.
that's our walking 5 miles in the snow.
Yeah.
Yes, that is that. Because
Absolutely.
it was just crazy. And now, fucking
So
just
easy.
available.
I remember I used to
Now kids download Pokemon Go, walk down the street, get molested.
Get molested. It's easy.
They don't even have they don't have to touch their own dick.
Yeah.
They can get a Pikachu to do it for them.
I found a hilarious. The first porn I ever saw was I was going through my family's VHS and I found a tape marked Barney.
Oh,
It was
no.
that was my dad's camouflage method.
It was his
Like,
dad
who's gonna
dressed
watch
as
Barney?
Barney.
Yeah. My dad was a furry. Yeah, fucking my mom in a Barney suit. That's how I was conceived, actually. And it was just a Greek porno that was dubbed over. So they're fucking, and then the moans are clearly not matching up, and it was just one of the funny. And again, I beat off to it, which I
Why'd you
guess
have to dub the moans.
because I guess they didn't have a mic on set.
Oh, okay.
You know, so it's just
Right.
and
it
they're
was
just.
silent, and then they had.
I mean, the most pubic hair I've ever seen in my life.
Why dub anything? Why ever
yeah, why bother?
put subtitles? That's not a thing where people are gonna be like, I'm confused.
Yeah.
What's happening? Which one's that guy?
But
Yeah.
this woman's pubes went from her belly button to her kneecaps.
Yeah.
It was one of the fucking weirdest things I've ever seen.
It was a different time again.
Yeah.
A different time and place. Hair was just, there was no getting rid of it back then. A girl never shaved because that was what sluts or porn stars did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's a stigma.
It was, I remember that. I battled a lot of hairy, you'd go in there all right, here I go. I'm going.
Yeah.
Pull that apart.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, it was tough times.
I did interact with a pretty gigantic bush pretty recently.
Oh, yeah?
It threw me.
Because it is making a comeback.
Yeah. I think it's retro.
Hair's making a little bit of a comeback. Not as crazy. I don't even think girls can grow hair like that anymore. I think genetically, humans have changed.
Have you ever seen that picture of Demi Moore?
Yeah. Where is
It's
that one? Demi's
insane.
fucking giant muff.
It's insane.
It's
that?
giant. And it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a real fucking picture.
And it's impressive. I mean, it's not even
Giant muff.
unattractive. It's just it's
what it was
bizarre
back
how-
then.
I'd love to take a peek if we could.
And
pull
no
that
one,
up.
oh yeah, and no one even thought twice. It wasn't like, oh God, look at her giant muff. Back then, you saw the picture and just went,
Oh, hell yeah.
look at Demi Moore. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
It really is. Like, there's actually there's a company that invented this type of like paint. It's so dark,
Yeah.
like a dark black, where you can like shine a laser at it, and it just doesn't show up.
Yeah, it absorbs
That's
all.
the level of.
yeah.
It's like an event horizon.
That is, you should be able to show that on television. Yeah. There's no vagina showing. Like, there's nothing. It might as well be the top of someone's head. Totally fucking fine with standards and practices.
I don't even know what you would blur. How would the blur show?
What would you blur?
There's no gradient.
I don't get it. No gradient. Yeah. Yeah, that was.
What was this for? Was
me.
she a nude model before hitting
It was for me. She sent it to me.
Oh, yeah?
I put it on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also fucked her. I forgot.
Yeah. No, I
She
did
was,
too. But first,
I fucked her before you
I
did.
know.
Young
did
actress.
before you did.
Yeah, young actress. I think that was probably right about her General Hospital days, maybe back in the
I didn't even know
'70s.
she was on General Hospital.
That's it. She
Yeah.
should have cut that off.
was her
and put
role.
it on Bruce Willis's head.
She was Big Pussy Susan on General Hospital. She was this woman that she goes into the ER and she's like, I think my pussy's too big.
Yeah,
Like,
It
yep.
was an amazing scene in General
Yeah.
Hospital.
I'm sorry, this is the General Hospital. You need a more specific one.
Yeah, it's very
They
general.
just do general stuff here. You know.
Obviously, have a problem right down there. We can see it. Yeah, I don't know. Girls, they've had a lot of hair back then, and you know what it was too. It gave you a little heads up that you were getting to the right area when you first put your hand down a girl's pants when you were a kid.
You usually have no idea where a vagina is.
You don't even know what the
Sometimes-
fuck.
Well, it
side
is
of their
lower
body.
than you think.
It's
the
so
first
much
time.
lower. But
Yeah.
that's just it. Like, a shaved one is fucking crazy low.
Yeah.
You think you're already up by her tailbone at some point. But with hair, it's like, all right, I'm getting there.
Yeah.
That's all right. I feel that. But now, yeah, it's just, whoa, where am
Yeah,
I?
we're absolutely
All over down there.
very confusing.
Very confusing indeed. All right. I rarely. Oops. Where's my? Oh, it's way over there. Ah, fuck it. Someone will get it. My mouse for my phone calls. Oh, you got it. Hey, lady trucker.
Hey,
Oh, she's got a
gentlemen.
huge butt.
Back
Oh,
in the
yeah.
day,
You-
back in the day, streetwalkers were had wood floors, so it'd be easier to see if the streetwalker had a penis or not.
Wait, what? I couldn't hear the beginning of that.
All right, back in the day, the streetwalkers saved the pussy, so it's easier to identify them from hiding to keep them from hiding a penis.
Oh, okay. It was easier to hide a penis if you had a big muff, big jiffy pop.
Well, it started before that. Like back in the old prostitute days, they would get rid of their pubic hair to cut down on disease, and then they would wear a fake. They would wear a merkin.
A merkin, a fake pube mound.
Yeah.
To get rid of disease? What did you do? That's okay. There he goes. No, yeah, the camera's got to be juggled while Garrett walks past, and I guess he didn't juggle well enough. Yeah, I don't know. Those old days. I don't even know how guys.
In the West.
That had to be so bad. I mean, for all parties involved.
Yeah.
Guys, girls. Now you're just
What that
riding
smelled
with
like.
like your ass,
Yeah.
just funky shit, swamp ass, and
No
then you
bath.
Just no bath. What are you fucking bath?
That's
The
disgusting.
movies.
Yeah. Well,
In
that's
a big tub and
Yeah.
scrub, and then you have sex with a beautiful
Yeah.
prostitute at the bar at the
it's like
saloon.
Jack the Ripper. Like, you know, it's like one of the greatest crimes of all time. But at those days, like murdering a prostitute must have only been like a little bit worse than having sex with a prostitute. In terms of like how just revolting.
Yeah, I bet they didn't really investigate or care. Or
Yeah.
if they did investigate, it's just because they really didn't have anything else to investigate.
Right.
Yeah.
They're killing time.
Everybody's like a guy with a top hat and mutton chops back then. I mean,
What did he look like?
knows?
Same fucking guy.
Talked gay. I don't know.
Had a cane. Yeah, look around. Everyone's fucking walking with a cane. I don't know what happened. Here's a good pal here. Jimmy from Boston. What's up, Jimmy?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, I saw Stavros last year with Bobby Kelly and some other guys. The guy sucks. Stavros is pretty good stand up.
Oh, thank
But the
you.
other guy, who were you with?
It was me.
It was me. Wait a minute.
I was the other guy.
No, it was the other guy. But anyways, I brought my daughter and her girlfriend,
Oh,
her
shit.
friend, and my daughter's friend was just wanted to go back to the hotel room with Stavros, and he totally blew her off.
Whoa!
Oh, that's first of all, that's
Hey, I
untrue.
just tweeted pictures of the girl.
Wow, he's blowing up your spot.
Completely untrue. I didn't blow her off at all. You're thinking of Scopo. This was Scopo's fault. I'm throwing him under the bus.
No, Scopo was trying to hit on my daughter. My daughter knew nothing to do with Chris.
Oh, is
It was
that
the
so?
Remember the Asian girl? She was
Scopo's a
half
worm.
Asian, half Asian, half Puerto Rican.
Let me see.
Yes. Yeah, I remember.
Zoom in. What are you doing? Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh, you fucked up,
She wanted
Stav.
to go back to the hotel room with you,
Yeah.
and you wanted nothing to do with it.
That's untrue completely.
We make a sucky fuck.
Yeah.
Well, this guy sounds like one of those chill dads I was talking about.
He was
Totally.
he's a very chill
This is
dad.
the kind of father I would be.
Right?
Calling into the Anthony Cumia show to
Exactly.
tell my daughter retroactively to Stavros.
my daughter wanted nothing to do with either of you. But
With either he is.
Stavros, she loved you, and you hung out with her, and then you wanted nothing to do with it.
Wow.
I did want to hang out with her, actually. I was sharing a hotel with another man. It was kind of hard to bring a girl back.
Jeez.
That's the. I was sleeping on a fold-out couch. I don't know how that would.
Oh, he was a little, you didn't want to take a girl back there and seem like a fucking asshole.
And I did try to hang out with her the last time I was in Boston. She blew me off. How about that? I sent a text. So
Oh, did she really?
yeah, I'll be there in September. Let's hang. What do you say?
Oh, there you go. Make a little date.
Where are you going in September?
Back at Laugh Boston with Bobby.
Where?
Laugh Boston with Bobby.
Oh, Laugh Boston. Oh, yeah, great. Yeah, absolutely.
Laugh
Absolutely. I'll see
Boston.
you there.
All right, I'll see you there,
Cocksucker.
buddy.
All right, Jimmy. Take it easy, man. Jimmy's a good guy. Came to my house like a couple of weeks ago for a poker game, and he fucking brought like a shitload of lobsters. Just a fuckload of lobsters. Threw them on the grill. It was amazing.
Wait, you can grill a lobster?
Hell yeah, dude.
I know. I
You had to
don't.
boil them. What do you boil them first, then grill them?
What were they doing, Big A? Were they boiling them first and then cooking them on the grill? Yeah? I don't know. It was a hell of a scene. Let me see here. Tom from Philly, what's up?
Hey, Anthony. I love these two guys. Stavi's Instagram is hilarious, as you pointed out.
Thank you, buddy.
I wanted to ask Nick Mullen a question.
Yeah.
On Leave Your Skanks one time, the guy started to ask you about your living situation, and then I think some Luis Gomez voices were made, and you never really got to it. Do you do you have a funny living situation?
I used to. I used to live in with a Chinese family. I don't anymore. I live like a normal person now.
I was literally hung up on this for like days. I couldn't believe the story was real. I felt bad for you / good for you because you're, doing your thing in New York, yada, yada. But can you just tell Anthony that story?
Well, here's the thing. I don't know. Like, Ari reacted this. Everyone reacts this way. Chinese people are still human beings.
He just barely sneak
Everyone's
in.
talking like, wait, you actually lived amongst them?
When I say I live with a Chinese family, people act like
Raised by them?
like I just told them I have pancreatic cancer. Like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Rooms were there?
Well, there was a lot of them. It was a one-bedroom apartment that had
It was
been
a one-bedroom apartment.
one-bedroom apartment, and there were 8 people living there.
That's not something you hear much about.
I know,
Asians.
and it was funny. I was moving out of the room, and they were showing the room to people, and like this girl, and I made the room nice. I built a loft bed in there, and put a desk in. I made use of the
What
space.
do you mean, like a corner?
It was they took the one bedroom and they split it down the middle, and then one half of the bedroom became my room, and it was like probably like 5.5 feet by 8 feet, but then 10, 12 foot ceilings. It was like a small room, but by Manhattan standards, like plenty of people live in a room that small. The other half.
That is that's worse than prison, bro.
10
The
foot,
first
10 foot
one-
ceilings for an Asian must be like.
You get raped in prison. So I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
you got free,
The first one you lived in was
general sound. Yeah,
Horrific.
the first one was pretty bad. If you are interested and you want to hear the full story or whatever, can I plug Ari Shafir's?
Yeah, of course.
I
I
did
love
Ari
Ari.
Shafir's podcast, and if you find the episode I did, we actually go to the tenement and we talk about it for like an hour.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I like, yeah, we're in the age right now where podcasts plug each other and it's all nice. But at some point, it's going to end up like the drug industry. Where people are literally getting killed.
Right.
Competition is too much. And now it's like, oh, yeah, here's Ari. I like Joe Rogan. Yeah, fuck, I love Joe. And everyone's nice right now.
No, I mean, like we started the podcast, and initially I didn't want to, because everyone has to have a fucking podcast, especially if you're like a comedian. No one knows who the fuck you are. There's like so many people. They're like, yeah, we just every Sunday in Bushwick we get together and just basically listen to ourselves talk. And we try to get people to come on a show, and there's a million of those. No, it's fun, I guess. So
I just want to know about the Chinese thing. Like, it had to be hard because I know they're technically human beings, but not really the easiest people to have loosen up and chit chat with.
They are. So the thing about the Chinese is that they're sort of culturally void. They had like a cultural revolution, and they got rid of any kind of, so they spit outside and shit, and they'll shove you on the street.
Okay.
But it's not because they're being rude. They just don't have any manners. So they're actually very friendly people.
Really?
Yeah, there's just no etiquette. So, like, you get used to it, and you live with them, and you're like, hey, how's it going? And he'll just be sitting, in his boxers, crouching on the fucking dinner table, eating fish eyes off a plate. But,
great.
Like, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good.
And was the food like, was it all?
Actually, the dad was like a fucking like ballin' cook. He made like amazing food because I don't know what his situation was, but a lot of these like Chinese companies own a shit ton of those like Chinese restaurants all up and down the East Coast that look identical. Where you go in, they got that like golden cat,
right.
The like pink wallpaper and
menu with the old photographs on.
The painting, the like backlit waterfall with the waterfall. So all those restaurants are owned by like these shell corporations or whatever that like bring over all these workers, and it's basically like indentured servitude. Like, okay, here's where you live.
Right.
Work 100 hours a week at this restaurant for the next 7 years.
You go to the Yankee Cranky shop, and then you graduate to nails.
But no, he made really good. Like, and you would think like, oh, they're eating like traditional Chinese food. No, it was like General Tso's chicken every night and like steaming crabs. He would be steaming crabs like once on like weekends and shit.
It's like the Chinese food we get here.
Yeah.
Every night.
Yeah, like made fresh.
That's pretty righteous.
Yeah.
Good
which is like probably so fucking bad for you.
Oh, I'm sure. It's
everything
terrible.
he ate was like deep fried in like maple syrup.
Why do they live so long? Don't they live long?
I don't know.
They just don't age, and then they lie about how old they are.
I'm 104.
600 years old. Yeah.
You look terrible. New Ming from Dynasty. Sure you did. I'm dead at 35. Okay. Of course, we're here with Nick Mullen and Stavros. How is that?
Halkias.
Halkias?
Halkias.
That's
right.
That's Greek.
It's Greek, baby.
Did you you went to Greece? You were saying.
Yeah. I've been to Greece a couple times.
Are you? Can you speak Greek?
Yeah, I'm fluent in Greek.
Speak Greek. I know that means something else when you're talking to a prostitute.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah, it means that she take it in the ass.
Nice.
Yeah. I speak French and Greek.
Yeah.
Do you?
Wait, is French blowjob?
Yeah, French is just a blowjob.
You're getting prostitutes in the 30s. That's
Hey, how many raspberries is this going to cost me? Hey, sweetheart, come over here. I got a little English for you.
Yeah,
Speak Greek Tootsie Pie.
So you got family over there?
Yeah, my father's family's all in Greece still, and I was over there, last couple years ago.
Are they fascinated by American dudes, or they don't give a shit?
They really don't give a shit at all. I mean, they like the corniest shit. My uncle just wanted me to bring him like Tommy Hilfiger polos. Like that's what he thinks America is.
That's all.
He's like, go bring me a 3X. He's also fat as shit. They just don't make clothes his size in Greece. So it's like, America, we got no problem with fat person clothes. So yeah, I just get him like 4 Tommy Hilfiger polos every time I go there.
People in other countries trying to be cool, but the way Americans do
isn't it so fucked up?
There's this guy I can't there's no way to put it on the screen, but there's this Indian guy that added me on fucking Facebook, and he's from a town called Pune, India. And this guy's
town of Pune.
Yeah.
No,
they're so funny. Like New York City, baby. That's my cousin. Yeah.
It's so weird when they try to act cool like that.
And the cultural things that they think is still cool is incredible. I remember
this guy Pramod
Oh, Jesus.
Pramod Dubey from
this is great.
Pune, India.
Yeah.
Translating very
Sorry,
well,
yeah, I'm
Nick.
sorry.
I like, no,
Let me plug my phone into the. Let me show you this guy.
let me walk up to the camera.
This
with
Indian
it.
guy. Nah, it's funny. He's got a
show
hoodie
ya.
on.
You know, the funniest people to try to act like cool are the Japanese, because you'll get because they just look all the same.
Yeah.
Fucking straight black hair. It's just, come on, let's
The
be real
Japanese
here.
are very cool.
And they'll get a perm.
Yeah.
Good Bon Jovi hairdo. and they'll try to, use American slang and stuff. You got the blue jeans.
Yeah.
It just
I remember-
seems really
You ever
weird and
seen
awkward.
those Japanese greasers? There's like a Japanese.
Yeah, then they ride like scooters or something,
Well,
right?
yeah, and they have like these pompadour. They have these ridiculous
Giant
pompadours.
pompadour.
They like craft.
Everything has to turn into like anime with them.
Yeah,
Way
yeah.
over the top kind of fucking
the other
cartoon.
Koreans are hilarious too. K-pop. You ever see like a Korean pop?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Where it's just like all these androgynous. It's a mix of like boy band. It's like boy bands and girl bands never went out of style there.
Yeah,
so it's like,
yeah.
that's everything, and they get
I like the K-pop girls doing like dance moves and shit.
Yeah.
It's just very sexy.
absolutely.
Yeah,
They get a lot of surgery too.
Yeah.
They want to look more American too.
yeah, they do.
I think the Japanese are cool though.
Japanese are real. Look at that guy! Come on, God, they really go to that length, or is that Photoshop?
No, I think that's real.
Dude,
Oh, jeez.
what the fuck?
That
is awesome. They are out of their fucking
How
minds.
does that guy
over
even
there.
fuck with that hair?
Very well, I tell you. That's how I fuck.
I put my hair in a
Yeah.
pussy.
You got any more? I want to see another one with the fucking pompadour. That guy is great.
That's incredible.
It's like Nosferatu. Oh, that's cool. She's
hot.
That looks like a movie scene. Look at these. They just figured, fuck it, we're going back to the 50s. 50s America.
I think that shit's cool.
Look at that guy.
Personally, I
That's
think they're
pretty
cool,
funny.
cool people.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Japan's cool. I went to Tokyo. That shit was fucking. It just looked like a.
There's still plenty of people. You know, it's weird. South Austin is still filled with all these like rockabilly, like swing
Really?
revival
Yeah?
people.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Like for whatever reason, you go like past South Congress, and that the whole place is like people wearing, they got pompadours and shit.
Shit's great if you could just go there and kind of go back in time for a little bit and not get your ass
I don't
kicked
think
in there.
that'll ever come back. I mean, like Swingers was a good
Remember
enough
that?
movie that like
Zoot
people
suits
were
and
like,
shit?
"It's back."
Yeah,
it's back now.
Yeah,
and
it
then
should have been
wasn't-
back after that.
I remember in middle school, they used to have these people. They would bring us all into the gym and like sit on the rafters and watch. Like they would have these like extracurricular things you could sign up for that would cost money, and they would bring like swing dancers, and they were like, "This is how swing dancing works."
Yeah.
There's this couple of swing. Everyone's bored out of their fucking minds, and then you just see like the one kid that's clearly gay, just at the edge of his seat.
Oh, so excited.
So excited about the swing dancing and the twirling.
That was so
Can't wait
weird.
to sign up. What's that?
When it was like when there was that swing dancing like
Swing revival.
swing revival.
Yeah.
And then remember that song Zoot Suit Riot?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
couple
The
of bands.
band was called Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
Yeah.
It
was
was
just like-
Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
A band you were allowed to say that name on the radio.
Yeah.
Like the virginity stealing papas.
Ryan
It's like-
Setzer and the Stray Cats he was in like back in the 80s, and that was kind of this weird rockabilly thing, and then he went full swing, and it never really got the
Right.
traction.
Well, that shit always sucked. That and ska. Ska
Yeah.
sucks.
sucks.
Ska's
Ska was cool to listen to for like 10 minutes
Yeah.
Yeah.
back in the 90s, and then that kind of went away.
I wonder what's next. Are people
Shut
we're
up.
gonna do disco next? I guess.
Disco has to make a comeback.
it's
Yeah.
gonna do disco.
I
That's
don't know.
the next
There are
one
things
up.
that are never coming back.
I don't know. You know what? Objectively, though, listening to the Bee Gees now, it's like they don't sound bad.
No, the good old Bee Gees, man. They're harmonies. You know, got to give them that. They could sing, even though it was that wacky high pitched thing they were doing.
It does seem like a fun time too. I mean, they did know how to party. Disco
AIDS.
parties. Yeah.
AIDS.
Before anyone knew about AIDS.
They had bathhouses in New York City where people would just go in and fucking suck and AIDS.
I don't know where is like popular music being produced on like a low indie level that it's right, because like Swing Revival came out of people like that wasn't corporate produced initially,
but everything's on a low indie level now. Like you just self-produce whatever, throw it out there.
But that's not what's getting super popular.
No, it's still like record companies because they want the stranglehold on everybody still.
Right.
But yeah, I don't even know. I'm way out of that.
I guess the most popular shit is just like straight up pop music or like rap. Rap now is like mainstream stuff. I don't know.
Anytime you see something on a commercial, you know it's done.
Right,
like, that's the death knell of anything that was cool.
Right.
Because in the 90s, when Nirvana was making music videos, and they would use this photographic technique where everything was out of focus, soft focus, except for one little part in the center of the focus. And that was like a big look for the 90s. A lot of bands wound up using that. And then, like, I saw it in a Kraft macaroni and cheese commercial. I'm like, yeah, that's done. You'll never see that used again in a video. And same thing with, like, hip-hop. When I saw Snoop Dogg doing a Hot Pockets commercial, I gotta get my Hot Pockets. Love them Hot Pockets.
Yeah, I love Snoop Dogg just
what
like...
What is he doing?
He was a murderer 20 years ago, and now he's like
all
lovable. Yeah.
Like,
Ice Cube's
just kind of goofy.
Ice Cube's so much funnier than him when it comes to that shit, because he just keeps making like movies where he's just in cars with children.
You go crashing, doing goofy shit.
Yeah.
He's like the wacky dad.
Yeah.
And he was, Mr. fucking NWA.
Yeah.
Shit. It's just
America's Most Wanted. With
Yeah, and then Ice-T is on network
Cop
television.
Killer. Remember Cop Killer?
Yeah,
He had a
Cop
song
Killer.
called Cop Killer.
And now he's a cop on the show. It's just fucking weird, man.
Full circle.
Money just erases morals of who you are.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like I would totally sell out. I don't understand.
100%.
It's like a 12-year-old's complaint about artists. Oh, he's a fucking sellout. You live with your parents. Shut the fuck up.
I do appreciate the sellout. I really don't care about it. There's no credibility you're losing.
Yeah, there's this Chappelle joke where he's like, I agree with whoever pays me.
You know who never sold out, though, is Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
That's why you don't see their music in commercials these
Right.
days. They refuse to let Best Buy use Zoot Suit Riot.
That was such a taboo years ago. It was like to have a song in a commercial. Like, nobody wanted that.
Yeah.
And then some bands started doing it and making huge amounts of money, and then everybody's like, okay.
Fuck it.
You know what I loved when Paul Ryan said that his favorite band was Rage Against the Machine, and fucking Tom Morello's like, "You're not allowed to, just shut up. You're not allowed to like Rage Against the Machine."
Also, there's no way Paul Ryan has ever listened to Rage Against the Machine.
I'm sure he has. Rage Against the Machine is a pretty mainstream band. I mean, I used to love Rage Against the Machine, and then I was like, I turned 13. I'm like, oh, this is all horse shit. It's all nonsense.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Paul Ryan. Yeah, that must have pissed off like the real.
Yeah, oh my God.
Oh, man.
Yeah, fuck you.
The second a band really becomes popular, the hardcore guys that were there from, they say, the beginning, get so pissed off. Metallica is a prime example of that.
Oh, yeah.
Everything pre-Black was like, oh, Metallica. And then Black came out, and it's like, oh, fuck, they suck. They're sellouts.
But also the music.
Black's a great album.
Yeah.
Black's a great album, but after that, though.
After that, there were shitty albums.
Then they sucked.
They did literally suck. Like
But they said they sold out when they made Black.
Oh, interesting.
Which I don't know.
It was like more soft.
A lot of hits.
More radio.
A lot of radio hits on that motherfucker, yeah.
And I do like the stuff before Black way more on it. Like the thrash stuff is like, but it's, But Lars is like, isn't he just like a rich kid? Like that.
Oh, yeah. He's
his dad.
Art collection.
Yeah.
His fucking giant artwork on his walls and shit.
Well, what's his name died? Cliff Burton?
Yes.
He died while they were making Black. So that's why everything after that is shit. I don't know how much of it is.
Interesting. He was a great bass player.
I didn't know he had so much influence in the band. I like those guys, though. Even still, like, when you see them. I think they played a couple of years ago at Yankee Stadium for fucking seventh inning or something. I don't even know what it was.
That's the
It was
worst.
really weird.
Yeah.
It was a little weird. I don't know why they were doing it. I think it was like, it was Mariano Rivera was retiring.
Oh, and he does enter.
So Enter Sandman. That's why. I knew there was a reason. It wasn't just
something.
And for the kids, we got Metallica. So there was a reason. And just when you see him, it's just kind of like, oh, that's cool.
But I don't know. There is something weird about when someone's art is like so like they're so youthful, in your face shit, and then it's like you can't be old and rock that hard,
dude. Right? I know it doesn't. It doesn't work.
You knew who came back? Neil Young.
Neil Young back with a vengeance.
With Russ Never Sleeps. He was on the way out.
He was on the way out. It was, and he came back. People that see him now get really mad because he won't play like all those great hits.
Yeah.
Like, it's from my new album. New album? Shut up.
Right.
Like fucking all the massive.
What are his
amounts of
newer?
hits.
Yeah, his newer shit.
No one knows.
His lyrics still make no sense whatsoever.
Yeah. I'm sure they don't make any sense.
Yeah.
And he's still out there, I guess. I don't know. The worst thing is when a band puts out a new album years later and then they don't play their old shit.
Right.
What are you
Has
doing?
that ever worked for anyone? Has anyone just been like?
I don't think it's ever worked.
Yeah.
Well,
No
I
one
don't know.
wants
You
to
probably
hear
get
it.
tired of it. I would get tired of it.
Yeah, I'm sure they get
Imagine
tired
if
of it,
you
but
had
you
to
know
do
what?
it. Yeah.
I'm paying to see this.
Yeah.
It's like when somebody's like, "Oh, I love that bit that you do," and you're like, "The one I had to do because the set wasn't going well, and I wrote it 7.5 years ago."
Right. Yeah.
That's the one you like. Thanks.
You don't like the Harambe stuff?
Yeah. About my new stuff, man.
We were talking the other day about the Constitution and the Founding Fathers, and if they ever were somehow miraculously transported here, and you say, "Oh, I'd like to talk to you about the Second Amendment and what did you mean?" And he's like, "Dude, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just wrote that. We were hanging out. We figured, why? What do you like? We revere them and their words and everything. It's like so, like the first freedom of speech. Now, when you're talking about,
Yeah.
I don't know. Me and Ben Franklin, we were having some ale.
Yeah.
No, they were all drunk.
They were fucked up.
Yeah, they were all fucking
Ben
drunk.
Franklin seems like the coolest fucking dude.
Ben Franklin used to go over to like France, which took forever, and risked your life just to fuck French whores. He loved them. Big hairy French 1700s muff.
There was no reason for him to have like long
History
hair.
class here.
Yeah.
There's no other guy with that hairstyle back then.
No,
I'm gonna rock that. When I go fully bald, I'm just going
skull it
long.
and then put the fucking ponytail in with a bow.
I'm getting a bow for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I feel like all those dudes had to be like autistic though, especially Ben Franklin. Because I mean, like, who's just like inventing shit all the time? He was good at math as well. You know, and not just
Fuck too much to be autistic.
He invented like the post office. I mean, that seems
How do
like
you
a very
invent the post office.
came up with it.
I know, isn't that a weird thing to
I think
invent?
so. Yeah, he like came up, or that was the
I
first.
got this idea. You know how we pass notes back and forth? Yeah. How about you give the note to some other guy, and then he passes it to the person?
Well, who's?
That's the
I mean, like a thunderstorm happens, and he's like, "Let's do science."
What is that stuff?
Chill out for a minute.
Yeah,
but
he seems autistic to me.
Your whole life is chilling out though. In the 1700s, what the fuck do you do?
No, it's not. It's very uncomfortable. Their lives probably sucked, and they're probably aware of it too.
because they didn't know of the comforts, though.
Think about how much people complain now about bullshit.
God.
It was probably 30 million times worse back then.
At least.
Yeah.
No AC.
At least 30
Yeah,
million.
and people are like, "Oh, and they just dealt with it." I doubt they did. I guarantee people complained constantly.
Well, I feel like they had some people helping out on,
that's
tours
true.
and stuff. I feel like
did
they
have
didn't do. They had a couple guys
Just alone, like.
yeah, I don't think they were doing.
Yeah.
They're just drinking.
Some of them in the house,
some of them in the house, some of them in the field,
folding laundry, maybe.
They had some assistants.
Yeah.
Some interns, some unpaid interns. Yeah.
Why wasn't it just? Can't it just be the longest internship ever?
The text is actually trying to change the word slave to intern. in their
Intern.
textbooks.
Holy shit! Is that great?
They're actually trying to change every word in their textbooks to just a swastika. No more words.
Louis C.K. had such a great bit about people on airplanes, and they're just complaining that they didn't have the Wi-Fi.
Right.
The Wi-Fi. He goes, "You're in a chair, a comfortable chair, flying
In a tube in the sky.
In a tube in the sky." It's like, what the fuck are you complaining about?
Right.
We do get a little whiny.
Yeah, but I think that's what people do. They complain about
It's
things.
all relative, though. You know.
You know how fucking annoying people who don't complain are?
pretty annoying.
Yeah, I hate to live in a world filled with
needs
people
people
that
to
are like,
complain.
everything's great, things are going great.
That's usually a psychopath.
Yeah,
How is everything? Great.
Yeah.
Nothing
good.
wrong.
And then
All
they-
good.
And they strangle small woodland creatures in their backyard.
Yeah. You just know something's wrong
Yeah, absolutely.
with them. I love how that works out. Like serial killers usually start like killing small animals.
Oh, yeah.
I just get my. It's like the kid that.
Well, he's a child. Was he going to kill a
Yeah.
full-grown adult?
Exactly. But it's like anything else. It just manifests itself like any other talent that people have. Right? It's like, oh, Junior picked up a bucket and was hitting it.
Yeah.
Just he was playing the drums. Like
Right,
that's how he started. Or he was with his father in the garage with tools, and he's a wonderful carpenter now. It's like, oh yeah, he would just break the necks of lizards and frogs, and now he's killed 27 hookers. Intercontinental serial killer. Like,
got him
it's
a nail
just
gun.
another way to get your talent going.
Absolutely.
It is
They do
kind
show
of
initiative. Most serial killers are like self-taught and,
all self-taught.
it's pretty.
There's always that one little dark moment in their childhood, though, that real fork in the road where someone just had to put their little dick in their mouth. Had to fuck them up.
We're due for another one. There hasn't been like a big one in a while.
Yeah, you know what? I honestly think crime solving has gotten so fucking good
Yeah.
that it is so hard to kill 20 people
Right.
without anyone finding out when you're 2 people in. Even.
Yeah, well, it's because it's probably because you know how like they used to just collect their newspaper clippings
Yeah,
and put them
yeah.
on the wall. They would eventually just go on Facebook and be like, "Okay, I murdered somebody. I think everybody has to see this. I fucking murdered somebody." About it.
Are you taking like trophies? It's a necklace and panties and stuff, and then it's, dude, taking pictures. Look at what I got from the last girl I killed.
Yeah.
Oh, woo!
Have you watched any of The Night Of on HBO?
I heard just this weekend somebody say you got to fucking watch this.
It's really
And
good.
I haven't watched it, but
It's really good.
I heard it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's watching Stranger Things, which I don't like.
You don't like that one?
I don't think
I haven't
it's
watched
good.
that either.
Everyone's obsessed with it. And I've found like maybe 4 or 5 people that agree with me that it's not good.
Really?
I like it. I don't know. But
Well,
I've only
that's
seen one
okay.
episode.
That's the average opinion. That's the status quo.
Average opinion.
Just, everybody likes it.
Yeah.
I'd say it's not good. And I feel I have this like secret group that I meet with. We discuss how bad that fucking show is.
I'm looking for something new to dive into like that, and I think that's going to be it.
Night Of is
Night of is great.
Night Of, yeah.
We can all agree.
the other guy we do our podcast with, Adam, like just ran into John Turturro like down in like the financial district doing promo for the show, and he was like, "Do you want to do our podcast?" He's like, "No, I don't want to do your podcast." And he's like, "Do you want to know what it's called?" He's like, "No." He's like, "It's called Calm Down." He's like, "I don't want to do your podcast."
That's great.
So we kind of had John Turturro
John
on the
Turturro was on
Almost
the
had him on. It's-
He's
That's
a direct quote from him, and this is 100% official and run by him, is that it's the best podcast he's ever heard.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
John
perfect.
Turturro's favorite
Legally
podcast.
binding, 100%. Not doing satire. I mean that.
John Turturro's a good one. I like his shit.
I've been trying to get Tom Sizemore to do it.
Oh yeah,
Tom Sizemore follows me on Twitter, and he just got arrested for beating up another woman.
did yes.
And
I know. I have a class with him.
Yeah, could you ask him if he'll do the podcast
I'll
when
ask
you
him
bump
if he
into
wants
him?
to come in.
yeah, please, we want him on.
Yeah.
But I tweeted, I was like, these allegations are bullshit. My friend Tom wouldn't do this, like as a joke. I don't fucking.
Of course.
And Tom Sizemore got back on Twitter and like favorited it, and it's like,
Oh shit.
come on, Tom.
You're not helping yourself out here, Tom.
Yeah.
Tom, we had him on
to
O&A
rehab.
a few times, and really kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, he will sit there and not be able to convey an idea. He'll contradict himself
Oh
constantly.
man, we got to get him
and
on.
he'll be passionate
Yeah.
about whatever he's talking about for the second before he then changes his opinion.
Yeah.
It's really weird to talk to him.
He's such a great actor. He's in so many good movies.
Dude, I can't even look at movies and I think, how the fuck did they get him to do this?
Right.
Yeah.
Like talking with him, I can't imagine being somebody that has to go, all right, Tom, now you're gonna do, like I can't, he's that far gone.
Right.
But
You never know. Talented people sometimes just lunatics.
you ever see that one where he plays the army dude? He's a gruff army guy.
Yeah.
Movie's great.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah.
Somebody told me a story about him. I don't know if it's like if I say like somebody told me this story and I don't know if it's true or not. Am I in the clear?
You're totally in the
All right.
clear.
So I told my friend, I was like, yeah, I'm trying to get Tom Sizemore to come on the podcast. My friend is just like very like gruff, like he just speaks quickly. Everything's like short and curt, And he goes, oh yeah, dude, he's great. My friend was in rehab with him. He fucked her. He came in her pussy, and he slurped it out and spit it in her face.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah, we got to get him on the show.
That's a story I would want to get a little more detailed.
Yeah. I liked it just the way he presented it. Oh yeah, dude. He's
great.
Yeah, he came in her pussy and slurped it out and spit it in her face.
Damn.
That's a little too extreme.
Badass.
Yeah. Because the way he said it implied that there was zero hesitation on Tom's part.
Right.
This was like a streamlined process.
Yeah.
Every step of the way, he knew what he was going to do before
Absolutely.
he did it. No improv.
Oh, there's been some amazing Tom Sizemore videos of him with hookers and shit and just
really?
like yelling at them and doing coke and fucking and and talk about a horrible full frontal nudity shot.
Oh, yeah?
He must have been coked out of his mind.
That's stepdad bod.
Oh God, yes, stepdad bod.
His knuckles are scraped.
He had a peanut dick poked out like ah. It might as well have been from a movie. Like that seemed like a very dramatic time in his life. But he was with that. What's her name? Heidi Fleiss.
Yeah, that's why he went to prison. Is for beating the shit out of Heidi Fleiss.
Really?
Yeah.
Heidi Fleiss, and then he did it again, or allegedly.
Yeah, just now, I guess.
Supposedly, allegedly. I'm always willing to give someone the benefit of the doubt.
I always believe the
Things
man.
happen. I
I don't understand why a man would lie about something.
always believe the man.
What would a man stand to gain by lying?
Right, exactly. I never understood the whole thing because, quite
It's
frankly,
a witch hunt.
You know how brave you have to be to come out and say a woman is lying? All right.
yeah. You know what? It's like when you're in a relationship and it goes bad. It's the greatest atom bomb move a girl can make on a guy. It really is. It's the greatest nuke a girl has in her arsenal to fucking lay you out.
You never look good.
Even
if you didn't do it.
And if you're dumb enough to put yourself in the position where those accusations can be made, then you're going to have to
be a real fucking.
I'm just talking to somebody I know.
You have to be a real fucking dumbass.
Someone I know. You got to be one of the dumbest motherfuckers. I mean, you shouldn't
Maybe
be
an
able to do
alcoholic.
anything. Should be able to fucking have your own show.
Right.
Whatever.
That's why Bernie Sanders, was saying you put body cams on every girlfriend.
That's it. Body cams on all the girls.
You have a body cam at all times.
Great Bernie.
Cams on everything. That's it's almost where we're at.
Basically there.
We're pretty much
Support
there.
it. I think cops should totally have to wear a body camera at all times.
I think it
always.
helps them out a lot more than it hurts them.
Yeah, if it's for whatever reason it's
Allegations,
disabled, which sometimes it happens,
Crazy that
then their
happens
account's
a lot.
dismissible.
Whoops,
Yeah, I then
Faulty
there's-
hardware.
Well,
No, when it's never disabled, when they're at a black cookout doing the electric slide. Those cameras.
Yeah. When they're
those cameras
teaching
always
a
work.
4-year-old black kid how to dunk, the body camera.
That always shows up
when
on
they shot that
Facebook.
kid's uncle. It's,
Oh yeah, there was a glitch.
Whoops.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that on either. Fuck that. Fuck that noise. Yeah, there was a woman that just got shot, but she pointed a shotgun at the cops.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
And threatened to kill them. And she had her 5-year-old son with her
Yikes.
at the time. So when she pointed the gun at the cops opened up on her and killed her. And now she's like the new martyr hero of Black Lives Matter. And it's like the cops pulled her over. She had violations, traffic violations. So she had a warrant. They were going to take her in. She didn't want to be taken in. Well, so the Black Lives Matter translation of the story I just told you is killed for traffic tickets. Like they leave out the part about the shotgun.
Yeah, that's it. This
and
was
the
tough.
pointing it at the cops. It's like, look, I'm all for you getting pissed and upset and protesting if there's a genuine, innocent person that gets killed by the cops. I really will be like, yes, bad cop. That South Carolina cop,
Right.
that just the guy's running and he's like, Yeah, just shoot some. I was like,
yeah.
there's probably a better way to handle that.
Yeah, but also if let's say somebody hadn't been recording that, the cop story would have been like, oh, I reached for my gun and then he got shot, and then people who make this argument would be like, he reached for his gun. Why would the cop lie?
Perhaps,
you got to take his side of the story.
I'll tell you what, it's not always just photographic evidence. There is all kinds of forensic evidence. And
sure, but why would they
testimony.
investigate? Why would they investigate an officer-involved shooting unless there was video of the incident that gets leaked online?
I think that for the most part, people want to kind of know what happened.
Yeah.
There's enough where people will say, well, that seems a little suspicious, or
it doesn't though. Until there were video cameras involved, it didn't happen.
I just do not think there is an epidemic of racist cops going around shooting black people. I just don't think it's happening.
I don't know. I feel like
I don't think it's happening.
I mean, I'd say in this case, it doesn't seem like that's the fucking hill I die on with this woman with the preliminary bit of information I have. But there's been plenty of other incidents.
what
I
about
don't think the last one,
best
was
one?
the guy on the ground where
retarded guy where he's just like trying to help retarded people. And he has his hands up. He's laying down.
Truck.
And he's saying,
it's
"Don't
a toy. Don't shoot." Boom, boom.
That literally, if that was in a sketch, people would be like, all right, tone it down.
That's a little too much. No one's going to believe
They literally shot radio. That's what they did. They were shooting at radio.
And then the excuse was, we were trying to shoot the retarded guy.
Right.
We weren't
trying to shoot the retarded guy. No, I think because every instance you see of late, it could have been solved with the person not being a fucking asshole and not grabbing for a gun, not resisting, not fucking. I understand we're not supposed to be living in some dictatorship, totalitarian government where the cops are all. But you are never going to win a fight in the street with a cop. Take it to fucking court and try to deal with it there. You try to don't touch me. Don't you touch.
Well, people get,
he's going to touch you now. It just doesn't.
Sandra Bland gets killed in fucking custody.
Yeah,
it's like
Freddie Gray got killed in the back of the van.
Freddie Gray, heroin dealer.
But that doesn't break your neck.
No, it doesn't.
That doesn't break your neck. Something happened.
You know what?
They just
An
had to let it
accident
go.
could happen.
And that
seems to only happen.
No, they went to trial. No fucking conviction.
That's the scariest
problem,
shit.
though,
Because you have a prosecutor that's like trying to actually make a change, and then even still the judge.
You have a prosecutor based on nothing but her race seemed to want to pursue this case.
Well, the problem is,
I honestly didn't see any merit in that.
well, how did he die then?
How did he die?
He broke his fucking neck.
How?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
He was in their custody. They shouldn't have to. Why is it not?
Jumped up and hit. I don't. It's just like
Traveling in a van. He
happened.
probably should have been strapped in, like they said.
Keeping prisoners safe is like the job of the police department. Once they fucking take somebody into custody, they have to keep those people safe. What's
for the most part?
I mean, if he dies in their custody, even if no one literally went up and broke his fucking neck, there should be
Gets
some kind of
investigated.
At least you get,
But then there's no consequences.
That's the problem. Is that it's very. There should be some kind of like independent way to like investigate these things. It shouldn't be handled in house. That feels a little weird.
An independent investigation of all police.
No, not of all police, but like in these kinds of instances, maybe it's who knows what. But it just seems like there's plenty of like covering for each other. There's like a very like mafia culture where it seems
It's not
like
even
there's no
mafia.
rats,
It's like any other fucking job you work. I mean, like any other job, you have your coworkers that you're tight with, and then there's like certain ways to do the job where you cut corners here and there, or you get frustrated, and there's like, you don't actually have to do these reports. You just fucking, and it builds. And when you're in a position like being a police officer, that can lead to people being fucking killed.
I think there are certain people that
even-
get killed because of police either abuse or neglect. But it is not this rampant thing going on. I see a lot of police involved shootings and deaths that are a direct result of the fucking person doing something stupid and ending their fucking life because they were grabbing for a gun. Like that guy on the ground. Oh, my God, the video shows he was pinned down. The cop's right on top of him. He shoots him 3 times in the chest. Well, he had a gun in his fucking pocket. He's fighting with the cops and has a gun. Fuck him. Fuck them. Don't grab for your gun. Don't fight. You're still alive, asshole.
Yeah, well, I get. shouldn't there be a way to, like, I don't know, tase him or some shit like that?
And then they tase people, and you get videos of like, oh, why'd you do to him? You tased him.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't matter. Nothing seems to be right or good enough
Right.
when the cops are involved these days.
What about the
It's
other guy?
also-
What about the guy who had a gun and he told the cops as a like gun guy?
Oh, yeah.
Shouldn't you be mad about?
Based on what I saw and what I know about that case? Yeah, that seems a little fucking crazy.
And then it's fucked up
that's
that the
gotta be looked
NRA
into.
waited 2.5 days before they made any kind of statement on it.
Well,
And that's
the
like
NRA is
indicative-
just like the NAACP and any other fucking group that does nothing but work for their constituency.
Right.
Like the NRA, it's like, why can't the NRA budge on that? It's like, oh, really? Well, let's have the NAACP budge on
Isn't that-
slavery.
isn't that their
let's just have, I want reasonable slavery.
The NRA isn't.
I want reasonable slavery control.
The NRA isn't like
Slavery's an issue right now.
explicitly.
I don't think it's coming back, is it?
NRA isn't an explicitly white group. I mean, they don't say that. You know,
Well, you ask black people, they'll tell you it absolutely is.
Sure, and
They'll tell you it's
especially after
they'll tell
the-
you it's an offshoot of the Klan.
But
I mean, after their delayed response to that shooting, I mean, it's clear that that's how they feel.
I don't know. Maybe they wanted to get a little more info.
they never.
If it had been a
That has
fucking
never
white guy-
stopped.
Yeah, if it had been a white guy, that wouldn't have happened at all. If it was a concealed carry white guy, then there's video of him just being shot by a police officer in a car, they would not hesitate.
Stepped right up.
They would
You
not.
think
hesitate.
Obama would have stepped up and said something then if it was? Or do you think Obama only steps up when it's black dudes that get killed?
If it had that level of national attention,
I don't think he would have either.
I think that
I
yeah.
don't
Well, I
think
think
he
it's-
steps up and says anything about it. I think we are so racially divided in this country. It's unfuck-believable, and no one wants to really deal with it or address it. We are completely racially divided in this
Well, how do you judge? What do you think? What do you think you do?
Donald Trump presidency,
That ought to help.
mandatory, mandatory blackface for white people.
I do like the idea of mandatory blackface for white people.
If you're under the age of 25,
Yeah.
you have to wear blackface for 5 years.
I'm there.
Yeah.
I like it.
He's going to volunteer.
Sounds fun.
Every time you meet a new neighbor in your new neighborhood that you love so much,
Yeah.
you have to be like, "I'm so sorry. It's the law. I don't have a choice."
Everyone looked like they were having fun in blackface.
yeah, no.
yeah,
the guy's in
Singing.
blackface.
He painted a smile on his
It
face.
seemed fun. It seemed, I don't fucking know. I just think we're way out of hand racially in this.
Listen to Come Town, though, everyone.
Yeah,
we-
Come
we
Town.
do these. We do these. We know all about the issues on
It's-
our Come
yeah.
podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously you do.
Yeah.
Just fucking, I don't know what you talk about on Come Town. If it's not the issue.
Tom Sizemore. We just
Tom
Yeah,
size, dick
yeah.
size, come.
Tom
We're going to talk
Sizemore.
about Sizemore's cock now. I got to look up
Sizemore's
that
little
video.
dick. Do you have a picture of Sizemore's little dick?
I tried to find it, and there was a lot of pictures of him like fucking a chick and stuff, but not of his actual penis.
Zoom in, enhance,
Yes.
enhance, zoom in.
I love
Enhance.
it when a famous guy has a little dick. It makes me feel good.
Doesn't it? Right? You're like,
Absolutely.
I could fuck better than him.
Absolutely, yeah.
Who are other little dick famous guys? Danny
Um,
Bonaducci. There's one.
yeah.
Does he have a little dick?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
You think Danny Bonaducci?
Yeah. Sting.
Sting's had a little
Sting?
dick?
Yeah.
That's why he fucks for 8 hours to make
Yeah.
up for
It makes up for
Yeah,
lost
yeah.
time. He's going for like inches per hour. Like if you're longer, it still equals out in the end. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I saw the lovely and talented Eastside Dave McDonald. Did I see Eastside Dave out there? Yeah, there he is. Eastside Dave's show. Dave, let me tell you about his show a little bit. I don't know what to make of it. It's kind of crazy. Last week, young Bobo, our friend Bobo, he's a little off.
Sure.
Was in here. He was wearing shorts. For some reason, Dave gave him $20 for the ability. He reached up Bobo's pant leg and jerked him off. I don't know.
What the fuck?
Here's how fucked up Dave's show is. Here's how fucked
Beat
up his
him
show
off?
is. I came in the day after.
That's
and
like
Keith,
that's like an in-school hand job.
it was an in-school hand job.
Yeah, yeah.
So he
And
paid
Keith-
to jerk Bobo
he
off.
paid for the pleasure of jerking him off. Like it didn't make sense. And then I come in. Keith goes, "Did you see Eastside Dave shows last night?" I'm like, "What? With the gun to his head?" And he goes, "No." Like that's how crazy the show is.
yeah.
The gun to his head wasn't even the crazy part. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Let's watch. And Roy just tickles the ivories.
Oh, what the fuck is going on?
Not look away.
No! No!
I'm not looking.
Oh, dude. Why is he doing this?
I don't know.
Why is he doing this?
Isn't it colorful?
Yeah, it's a nice backdrop.
Yeah.
No! What the fuck?
That's not even how you jack off.
Are you just broadcasting gay porn on this
I
network?
think so. I think so.
I have to get the camera
done?
for this guy.
What is,
Thank God I
why?
have a
What was
drinking
the
problem.
conceit here? What was the bit?
I don't know. Bobo's really having
Just
a
raping?
time with it. He's bent over.
Oh no! Oh no, dude!
It's
Z-Side Dave gay?
Yeah.
No, there's been speculation that he just doesn't give a shit.
Interesting.
But yeah, that was, and there, just watching poor Bobo pulling his pants up as he walks away, like fucking, like Ned Beatty in Deliverance.
Eastside Dave is not allowed to play Pokemon Go.
No, Eastside Dave probably would be banned from Pokemon Go. But you know, that was last week. God only knows what's going to happen tonight at 7 p.m. for the Eastside Dave McDonald Show. Tune in if you know what's good for you. Tomorrow we have Mike Cannon, Mike Bichetti, and Mia Vallis.
Yeah. She's a new porn star on the scene.
Ah, geez.
Oh, yeah?
You couldn't have had her on today?
I know, right? Sorry, guys.
How new?
Where's let me see. She's 8. Very new on the scene. Do you have a picture of her nude? Oh, what is this?
Ah, geez.
Tickle foot fetish. She's like 6 feet tall, right?
I was going to say she's very tall.
What is that chair? This is just a chair for tickling?
Yeah, that's probably
Any titties
probably from the office.
in the mix,
Yeah.
or what were we doing here?
Yeah, what's
People beat off to just a woman clothed.
not
getting
until the
tickled?
knife goes in her chest. Anything like this with equipment like this, I just think someone's dying. Someone isn't leaving this scene. I don't get this. This does nothing for
Absolutely.
me. Nothing.
Maybe if I could see a titty or two, I could figure it out.
Right?
There's actually, I know about a tickle fetish, but only through the world of people that want to, like, fuck Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, really? Yeah.
There's all these, like, drawings people do of, like, Sonic tickling Garfield the cat, or Mario tickling Sonic, or Garfield tickling Mario.
Yeah.
And they get off to that.
Yeah, there's people that really want to suck Garfield's feet.
Nothing. This is
Did she get fucked at all, or what's going on?
right. Is there any part of her getting fucked?
What is that?
The video's
Is that
almost
a
over.
petty egg?
Yeah.
Is there any? No, we got fucked watching this. Is there anything where she gets fucked? Yeah, there's a pet egg. She has fucking put it on some spaghetti later.
I'm pretty sure that was an infomercial.
Yeah.
For the chair. They're just selling that chair.
In black and white.
I remember
tired of this?
her Twitter last week saying, how should I do my first boy-girl scene? So I don't think she's
interesting.
done.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, there's no videos of her other than these.
Why is she
This
still
is obviously
laughing?
her.
Well, yeah, not fucking.
She's just,
This really did ramp up pretty quickly from.
she just can't stop laughing.
Yeah.
All right, well, now we're just watching porn in a room full of men.
Yeah, now it's porn. Now it's just legit.
It would be a lot better if the girl that's doing the tickling was doing that, like, funny Hal scene from Goodfellas. Like, I amuse you like a clown? Funny Hal.
Oh, shit. Okay.
All right, well.
All right. Well, that's better than the stupid foot tickle.
Can we get Eastside Dave in here to
Yeah, Dave, why don't you jerk us all off? We're watching some porn. I think we all need a good jacking. And I could use the $20. It's just the oddest thing. You pay a guy $20 and then jerk him off.
You're paying him to mow his lawn.
It's yeah.
That's the Bernie Sanders economic plan.
It really is very
Every
socialist
millennial
kind
gets
of.
$20 and
Yeah.
a hand job, shitty hand job.
Sharing that. That was a
Medicaid
shitty ass hand job. But I'm kind of glad Dave gave a shitty hand job. It gives me a little faith in him. I have a little
He's just
faith
doing
left.
this and just
Yeah. He knows how to do the fucking lotion and the spiral and the.
Just you hear
Holy shit. All right. To finish up for the day, what is this? I like a good fun video. Not like that wasn't fun. That one was hilarious. There was laughing. There was penetration. What is a golfer fight, Garrett?
It's just a fun little video of golfers. Some guy's on the clubhouse, so he's halfway, like 200 yards from the fight, and he films these two guys.
So does he hit him with about, 6 iron? He's about 200 yards from the fight.
Some guy hit up into the group in front of them, and so they went
that's
at
a
it. And
no-no.
it went typical white guy fight.
Okay. Like that. Oh!
shit.
He's put up his dukes.
Oh, yeah, they are.
My word.
You gotta be kidding me. Dude, it's on a fucking golf
This is the
course,
kind of
man.
fighting you do when you both have health insurance.
Oh! He knocked his hat off. That was a good one. I would be hitting into that, so I would just be.
You just shake hands?
Trying to hit him with fucking. Very good, very good. He got right. I like when he knocks his hat off.
Well, what he said right before the handshake is, let's just have the Mandingos do this.
Yeah, I think there's some Negro fighting at the clubhouse, 19th hole. Oh, his little Gilligan hat came right off. That's good.
Yeah, their caddies will settle
Blue
this.
Shirt got a couple of good shots in, though.
There was later on a golf cart
Handshake.
drive-by. All right. White guys fighting. That's kind of fun to look at. And Trump Knows the Way song. What the fuck? I love any shit song that's put together for anything. Like it was actually the first laugh we ever had after 9/11. Boy, doing radio after 9/11 was a little rough. A lot of reflection and, oh, well, yeah. The first real laughs we were able to have and the audience had, we played tribute songs that people had written that were horrible. Terrible. And then we stopped it when a verse would end and then tried to guess what they were going to try to rhyme it with in the next verse.
Fun, yeah,
so it's like, pride, died, and we watched those people as they died. Ah! Ding, 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 sound effects.
Yeah.
Shock jockery.
Sure.
A lot of shock jockery going on back then.
Those are great years.
Great years.
You know, the amount of jokes that came out of that tragedy.
There were a lot of jokes.
Yeah.
A lot of jokes. Gilbert Gottfried had the first laugh at the roast, one of the roasts. They said he would have been here sooner, but his plane had to stop over at the Empire State Building. And you just heard, ooh, ah. People kind of wanted to laugh at that.
Well, then he had to go into the aristocrats, right? That's what happened, where he started
Yes.
bombing because he had too many 9/11 jokes. He wasn't happy with the Empire State laugh. He had to keep
he had
going.
to keep going, and yeah, and then eventually he got his Affleck.
I think the
commercial.
the best 9/11 joke goes to Steve Rannazzisi, though. I think
Was that the?
he just said he was
pretending he was in.
Oh, that's right. The guy
Yeah,
that pretended
yeah.
he was. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. Oof, why would you do that?
Why not?
His company didn't even have an office in the World Trade Center. It was the easiest lie to track down.
I don't know. If you're not going to get caught, why not? I
He
mean,
did get
then,
caught.
Yeah. I guess he didn't know when to stop saying it.
Yeah.
Said he went out to
Seems like-
L.A. and thought it
seems
was like
like,
a
yeah.
cool thing to say.
one of those dumb things you say one time. I mean, and then you got carried away, or you
Yeah.
know, people are like, "But were you serious about that?" And then at that point, you have to continue lying,
I
right?
talk about how I lie for no reason sometimes when people ask me things. Oh, did you see that movie? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, why? Why?
In your head, you're like, why am I doing this?
Well, it's because you don't want them to tell you about it.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Just, oh, God. I'd say, no, I didn't see that. Oh, well, now
Yeah.
I'm in for a fucking
Right.
little movie.
Just say you don't want any spoilers. That's what you do.
That's what
I
I do,
can't wait
yeah.
to see it.
No spoilers. No
Yeah.
spoilers.
No, literally, do not tell me anything about the show.
Yeah.
None of the characters. I don't want that ruined for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to know who's in it.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for
thanks for
hopping
having us.
in
This is
today.
a big thrill.
Having us.
Very, very fun. Nick Mullen and Stavros. Stavros! Wasn't that Kojak's
Kojak,
brother
yeah.
or something on the
Yep.
show? Yes. Podcast, Cumtown. It's on iTunes.
That's right.
And Stitcher, if you have Stitcher, or
Stitcher,
and also Shout Engine. If you don't have
Shout
either,
Engine,
you can
Shout
just
Engine.
go directly to the host.
Yes.
Follow me on Instagram, Stavy Baby.
Stavy Baby. Yeah, you don't want to miss that Instagram. Any new nudes that might
Got some great stuff coming.
pop up. Eastside Day McDonald in 1 hour. Grab yourself something to eat so you could vomit it up as you watch, and then something to drink, and enjoy Eastside Dave and company. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. Thank you so much. And Sim Salabim, Al Wiedersehen.